In nomine Christi, Amen.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the monastery, the open bar of the internet, the world's greatest shit show, and the place where we, the good brothers and sisters of this most holy of temples, seek enlightenment through the drunkest, craziest, and most batshit ways possible. I am your one and only gaming monk, better known as Mildra, and with me I have 1, 2, 3, 4 good brothers. Ha 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 ha. We have our resident waifu hunter, good brother Akira. We have the man making hardcore games for hardcore gamers, good brother Jeremy.
And death is upon us.
We have the man who is unfortunately not the god of magic, good brother Monarch.
The counting gimmick will never get old.
Oh, well, that and probably the biggest deedlit apologist. And the man of 1,000 runes, the CEO of Zadare Enterprises, and the bane of my fucking existence, good brother Xanatrix.
The Dari Enterprises would like to remind you that unlike the rest of your cowardly rulers, we're not afraid of nuclear energy. We embrace it fully, and ERCOT can suck my left nut, because if they give me a rolling brownout during this, I'm going to go take them over and turn every fucking coal plant in Texas into a nuclear plant, and not by changing the plant type. You know, if you condense carbon enough, it starts a fusion reaction.
Oh.
Zan's making threats again.
It's a day that ends in Y,
while.
Jeremy. It's a day that ends in Y.
So, Gamescom has come and gone, and at one point I was debating whether or not I would even do a shit show. However, after looking at my usual fare, I decided, you know what, let's do it. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, but are the rumors true, Zan, that Zadare Enterprises' gaming development division has put in a no pronouns policy, and anyone attempting to use it immediately gets sacked out of a cannon?
I cannot confirm or deny those words. We are, after all, an incorporated company within the U.S. However, I can say, quit whining, people, because, frankly, it doesn't matter whether you're he, her, it, or they. Our games are still going to crush you.
Yeah, I just had
Nothing
to.
less.
I had to poke fun at that whole thing, and I will only say this regarding the pronoun controversy with Starfield.
It's a nothing burger.
If it is not that big a deal, why are you trying to cancel one guy who's objecting to it?
I mean, what's really funny is it's so not that big a deal that your choice doesn't actually matter in dialogue in the game, and that pissed off all of the people who were originally like, "Oh, look, it has pronouns. It's so progressive." It's like, and then people are posting Giga Chad Todd Howard pictures because of it. I'm like, Todd Howard will never look like that, but good meme.
Mm-hmm. Well, every time I try and make him in any game, he disappears.
Because it just works.
Mm-hmm. But obviously, I ended up finding just enough, including a few things that I will not apologize for my biases for. that is enough for a shit show. Some of the things are Go on.
I do need to correct Cure here for a second. No, this does not count as the Bold and the Bitch Thesda. It's simply an aside. This is a Hangover shit show, boy.
Yeah, that's just a bit of house cleaning. But I did find enough footage that warranted a shit show, and I'm glad to see that this is the first time in a while where it's not a two-man operation.
Yeah, we've been doing these Hangover shit shows, just the two of us, for a while. Our livers have probably had cirrhoses on their cirrhoses at this point.
Mm-hmm. But
that's okay. Dragon liver regenerates.
But even with all that, a lot of these are going to be pretty short. Some of them are going to be longer than others. Some of them we're going to have more to say than others. But I guarantee you, any of you who are thinking about what games are possibly going to be on this list, I guarantee you're wrong. You might have you might get right on a few of them, but with the majority of them, you're not going to see them coming, which is kind of the point.
When did we hire John Cena to make video games? That's Maddie's one. I'll take it for him.
Look, I don't even know what got showed at Gamescom, so I have no idea about anything I'm about to see here.
I've already made it clear that I don't watch the presentations. I do find it funny that of the major gaming trade shows, E3 is the one that's gone belly up.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I don't think there's any major conventions in the same venue, in any of the other places.
To be fair, like back just before they opened up E3 to the public again, I talked with like a guy who'd been to that E3 for like marketing. A lot of people were predicting this was going to close down soon anyway. So I'm not too surprised E3 is kind of dead in the water at this point.
Well, the big I'd say the big problem is the fact that you have Comic-Con, you have WonderCon, and you have AX in that same area every year.
And yet to showcase your stuff at E3 was apparently the most expensive to do. And as someone pointed out, I don't know whose tweet I'm stealing here, it was years ago, if Reggie had announced the new Zelda game from an Arby's restroom, all the same journalists would show up to hear it. So it was a waste of money for E3.
A waste of money? Don't you mean a waste of money for the venue?
Well, no, for the people who are paying to be there.
I still consider it a big experience that I was able to go there the one year that I did, but I knew things were on a downturn. But my counterpoint on the matter is, I got to sit on a speeder bike, and I have the photo to prove it, and that is something no one will take away from me. Now, granted, the game associated with it ended up being shit, but no one's taken away the experience that I sat on a fucking speeder bike. And with that in mind, with the house cleaning over, let's begin with our first entry. This is a 2D horror affair called After Dream. And this was announced a little while ago, but now it finally has a release date. So, starting in 3, 2... Oh, let me adjust the volume a little bit. 1...
I only wanted to say goodbye. But why do we often feel the urge to do so when it's too late? Well, something curious happened. In my dream, I ended up in this strange place. I'm not alone here. I'm talking with ghosts. They told me something unbelievable. Here, people could reunite with their loved ones who have passed away. So here, in my dream, I could finally say goodbye.
Oh, good. Good. Oh, we love to see it when we see that GOG emblem there. We love to see it when we see that Steam emblem there. Epic can go die in a fire, but that's a different issue. We see that this is being released basically everywhere. Always good to see.
I do certainly get a Clock Tower vibe, but that might just be from the perspective. But I will always appreciate a more surrealist take on horror.
That certainly was a surreal look just from that.
Of course, Of course, I will say that the most interesting horror game that I've played in the last year has been the Fear and Hunger games, which is a very interesting use of RPG Maker. It's also a game that actively hates you.
Why am I not surprised?
And even by my standards can be a bit messed up. But
But our standards are already pretty fucked, Monk.
So next we have Akatori.
Monk, will you connect me back to Metastream?
He fell out, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see you on the user list.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go all the way back out. You can keep going. You'll see me.
Oh.
But Akatori.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we're going by the literal meaning, it just means red bird.
Mm-hmm. But now I see you. So let me add you in and give you DJ permission.
Thanks, sir.
So continuing on with Akatori. I think this is going to get my attention, but I might be a little bit biased for obvious reasons.
A staff? Yeah.
A staff and basically playing a monk, though using the staff as a springboard is something that's in the category of why hasn't this been done more often?
Also, my question is why does the staff keep getting thrown mid combo?
Looks cool.
And of course, we got to have a burning temple.
And a red bird on the stick.
Mm-hmm.
So this is clearly just like an announcer reveal trailer more than anything.
Yeah. Even so, there's plenty of stuff that there's plenty of stuff in there that I like, and Jeremy left the thing again.
Yes, I'm coming back. I'm not able to see the videos, and I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Keep going.
All right.
It does say wishlist on Steam though, which is another good sign. Yes.
Yep. So next is Anko.
Yep.
And this is the release for the early access. The Cycle of Man.
This looks like a roguelite.
Yeah. Oh, this definitely feels like a roguelite. Jesus!
Okay, that's the first thing that really got my interest is the weird rat swarm. Like, what the
I am Oh, it's early access already.
Yeah. In a roundabout way, it does remind me of V Rising. You know, in the sense of having this ARPG meets survival approach.
That's a little surface level though, isn't it, Monk?
It is, but I haven't grabbed the game even if it's in early access yet. So all I have is this footage. But I will note that I do appreciate the tongue-in-cheekness of things. That's always going to be a plus for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So we've got classes.
And they're unlocked as you do stuff.
And next, this was a last-minute addition, but since it launched on Kickstarter this week, and given my long history, how could I not add this in? Anima, Song from the Abyss.
Exactly.
The dreadful song that consumed civilizations has begun to play again. On this place, summoned by its melody, where everyone must face their past, those who seek its power will come to its heart to reclaim it. But the pact
Booby
of a
demon.
fallen knight and a lost shadow can change this fate. Can they put an
My
end
footage isn't
to the
moving.
song from the abyss?
Did they really have to time all the attack sounds to the fucking soundtrack of the trailer?
Yes.
God damn it!
Look, this is a tabletop game that has style as a skill. Of course they timed the attacks for the trailer.
Monarch, I'm well aware of what Anima has. It's the first collaboration that the Monk and I ever did. I love it. I
Yeah,
did
me
this
too.
one too.
I love it. This is on the list. Me and you, Zan.
Oh, I played the first game, which is not exactly like this.
Oh gosh, this art direction is brilliant, and the gameplay just is fantastic.
When you leave.
Anima, when is that coming out? Lord in heaven.
It's on. It's Kickstarter open.
I'll look for it and then find a release date.
Currently, it's at about halfway full on its Kickstarter. Obviously, that includes me as one of the backers.
Me.
Like, the last game I played of theirs, it was fun. Like, the actual video game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was great, but it was good times. I hope this succeeds. I'd play another one.
I'd say what we have here is a more refined version of the combat we saw in Gate of Memories. It is still doing the thing of two people who are bound together through some sort of Solomon dickery. It's very something that I find very amusing is a lot of people making Final Fantasy analogs when it comes to Anima, but the world of Gaia does not feel at all like any FF. Go on.
I do want to point out to anybody who wants to play the game that came before this one, that is Anima Gate of Memories, which was released in 2016.
There we
Yeah.
go.
It's, well, like I said, while it's not exactly the same, it's in the same general idea of a 3D action game, but
You thought it was a great game.
I thought it was a really good game. It's got mixed reviews on Steam. Some people love it, some people don't.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that what they learned from Gate of Memories helps them to refine everything that we're going to be seeing here in Song from the Abyss. I mean, this trailer makes it look like they've learned a lot, so
Yeah.
I hope that that's indicative of something.
The other thing to note is more recently, Anima Project Studio got the distribution rights for the English version of the tabletop game back. For the longest time, they were handled by FFG. Then it got tossed over to the revamped Edge when a lot of the RPG crowd was shifted off due to their parent company Asmodee wanting FFG to focus solely on board and card games. And then they revived the Edge label to have them work under that. The 5e version of Midnight does that as well. As far as a new edition of the tabletop, all that I know is it is something is in the works. Even if it's just core Exet, I'll take it.
I would love an official release of Core Exet. I would love that.
Mm-hmm. Now, if as far as a whole new edition, that would actually create problems because I would only be willing to go with a new edition if there's a conversion kit for bringing in things from first to second. Because there's a lot of material I have that especially from the expanded stuff in the Exet books, that would end up going by the wayside in a brand new edition. So I'd rather at least be able to convert that kind of material. I have tooled around with the idea of, would it be possible to take some of the simplifications that Against the Dark Master did and apply it to make an Anima light. I'm not going to do that anytime soon because of all the stuff that would have to account for. But at the very least, I'm glad that they are sticking with character action, because that is the genre where I feel Anima is at its most natural.
Okay.
I do remember somebody saying that they wanted an open world version of Gaia, and I'm like, are you fucking insane? That's like asking for Skyrim, but it's the old world in Warhammer. The Warhammer world is fucking huge, and the same goes with Gaia. Even if we just stuck to the old continent, or hell, if we just stuck with the area around Tol Rauco, that'd still be a lot of ground to cover. And most pertinently, Wen Yu Li's art style is so intrinsically linked to Anima, and that's an art style that is not easy to convert to polygons on the best of days.
Yeah,
let alone doing it while also having to do that sort of large open world approach.
Yeah,
they've done their best here for sure.
Yes, for it looks that way. It looks like it could be, quote, open world even from this appearance. But I mean, it's clearly that it's not that type of game, and I'm glad it's not. Just as a caveat to open worldness in general, I think that this buzzword of, hey, it's an open world game has become this like, oh, that automatically makes it an awesome game. It's like these things are synonymous. No, but it's open world. I don't necessarily care. I'd rather a really good story than some open world wandering.
This is something that we tackled in the past when we eviscerated the Ubi box formula on Geek Watch a while back, because while other people are just as guilty and deserve their own bit of scorn, Rockstar, we focused on Ubisoft because they have popularized the worst traits of it with the Ubi box formula.
Find a tower, climb a tower, reveal a section of the map, go do the side quests that are revealed, then do some main quest stuff, print, repeat.
But this is great. I'm going to go back them.
Yeah, one other thing I will note, if you want to see why I love Wen Yu Li's art style so much, look up Wen M on DeviantArt. A lot of his stuff, a lot of Wen Yu Li's stuff is still on his DeviantArt page.
Really? Wen Li, you said?
Wen Yu Li. I'm just type that. I put in Wen M on the console. Type that into whatever search engine you use. His DA page is going to be one of the first things you see, and you'll see why I love his stuff. All right, Astra Knights of Veda. this was one of the things that that dropped at Gamescom and was kind of a bit of a surprise.
Destiny guide you.
Trial of lightning! May the earth bless the golden knights.
I'm getting some Vanillaware flashbacks.
Silence!
I'm getting some
We'll still be safe. We
flashbacks.
must hurry. Something's creeping toward us. Oh, geez.
Yeah, I love this semi-side-scrolling, semi-painterly style that some games have done.
Hey, look, it's me!
You can't dodge this.
That's not how I picture you in my drawing, clearly.
Yes, which I am surprised because Monk and I have both described that we are the same height and
The
build.
moon is almost full. We're running out of time. Excuse me. Let me pause.
Our title card, our collar, I'll take that.
Yes, got it.
Oh no! The little poison girl got flattened!
That was crazy.
The art style is magnificent.
Yeah, it's so neat. It's,
They're definitely taking some inspiration from Vanilla Land. That's a very good thing here. This looks great.
Let's, holy shit! Wishlist on Steam, yo!
Wait, it's
Gamescom was at the end of August. That's why we're doing this now.
Yeah.
But it's wishlistable on Steam, yo.
hold on. Astra Knights of Verda. I'm at the very least adding this to my wish list.
Yeah.
If you and hang on, William Silva is asking, does Anima have digital tabletop tools? There is somebody on the Anima International Discord server who's working on something called Anima Plus. And there are VTT supports for both Roll20 and I believe Foundry. So if somebody really wants to set up a campaign on VTT, they have no excuse.
Water.
I'm loving all of this.
Next is what is looking like a case of we're finally getting the Avatar game that, well, a lot of people have been asking for the longest time. At least I think.
Earth.
You mean one where Platinum Games isn't rushed by the producers?
Yeah.
Okay, if you get, I'm gonna say it right now. I have to pause this. If you get to do fucking loop-de-loops on Appa, the game is already a win. You get to do loop-de-loops on your Flying Bison. The game is a win. You're done. It's done right there. Sure, you get to do all the bending stuff, but loop-de-loops on a Flying Bison. Just, I'm setting that there. Pick it up.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going for a replay of the story.
That seems to be the plan.
I will say this. If they're going for a replay of the story, if they're going for a replay of the story, we have seen, especially with the Bandai Namco CC Corp games for, say, Naruto, that done correctly, it is the best way to experience the story of that particular franchise or property. So, if they do it well,
So yeah, I agree. I think that if you're going to tell that story, tell the story. Cool. I also think if you're going to tell that story, story is so very tied to its animation style, and very similar to what we saw in the previous game. Not that it would be done exactly that way. They could have done that more animated and less cel-shaded 3D polygon moving about. It felt too stunted for Avatar.
This was only just announced, so.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what they bring.
You got to take these things with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So next is the announcement for Banshen Knights.
Oh,
hell yes! Go ahead. Go ahead.
Am I the only one seeing a black screen right now?
Oh yeah, you are. If you're only seeing a black screen, I was at the beginning when we first started this though too.
Did you add the MetaStream extension to your browser, Coops?
No, I didn't even know you even had an extension.
Try adding MetaStream Remote to your browser extensions.
All right.
This all the 16-bit, all the scenes of 16-bit, all the creepy feel to it. These type of games are all the yes for me.
What I'm being reminded with this is more DOS. This feels like somebody decided to
totally could be a DOS thing. Totally.
This feels like somebody picked up the ball that was dropped by I don't want to say dropped the ball. That's a bad term. But picked up what was set up by Faith and decided to go further. Which
sure.
Jeremy, I think we're hearing Monk through your microphone.
Sorry. Maybe. I don't know how that would. Oh, I know how it would happen.
Coops, would you get that set up?
I'm totally about it. Put my floppy disk in and let it load, and I will play this all day.
You know, there's some people who are able to make music with floppies.
I think we're still getting audio through Jeremy. Because he was lighting up at the same time other people were talking.
Yeah.
All right, how about now?
Nothing.
Are we good now? Can people hear?
Yeah,
good?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Coops,
no longer lighting up when everybody else is talking.
Did you get the extension?
Hooray.
Waiting for host to allow connection.
Oh, now I see you. Let me put you as DJ again. Oh, so we're playing a Road Exorcist.
Did Penny Arcade make this? I feel like Penny Arcade made this.
No, it was made by Chorus and LCK Games.
The reason I say that is because Penny Arcade has recently been doing comics about a wheel angel, and he runs from the devil saving souls in his car. It's basically a race to the light.
Why am I being reminded of Duel? You know that what was essentially Spielberg's first film.
Mm-hmm.
So Truck-kun's evil brother is at work.
It still isekais you. It just isekais you to hell.
But look, if I want to avoid Truck-kun, I'll just move to Durham. Because Truck-kun versus the can opener, we know who wins that fight.
Yeah, but Truck-kun is usually a small moving truck or small box truck that isn't tall enough for that bridge.
It's tall enough to get stuck.
Lol.
So next is Banisher's Ghost of New Eden. This is something that Zan and I have covered in the past, but we didn't have a lot of footage to work with. Well, now we do.
When it gets there.
You're alive.
Long story short, you had an angry ghost in your meeting house. It was fierce. I fell in the sea. And Taya died.
You lost Painses, but a good hunter should know when they've become the hunted.
What
Soup
about the
slurper.
missing group of refugees?
What about them?
Kate told me they went missing before reaching your camp. Any chance they survived in the woods?
Not the slightest. Otherwise they would already be here. Those poor bastards are long dead.
Speak frankly. What would you have me do?
Banish a ghost that doesn't exist. The beast is nothing much. A bear, perhaps a wolf.
I'll hunt your beast. Whatever it is.
In the wild, we carry muskets. And we carry these. Whistle for help if the need be great.
And the gun?
My sister can spare her musket. If you can get it from her.
Kate will be delighted.
Kate will be hurt. I predict fireworks.
You think Kate's feelings get in her way?
Watch her reaction when you ask for the musket, then tell me I'm wrong.
Don't you have business elsewhere? Go, save us all from the beast. Go do my sister's chow work.
I need a musket. Thickskin said I should have yours.
You'll rot in hell first.
You and your sister don't much like each other, do you?
No, we love each other. And everyone here owes her their lives. But... thick-skin measures worth by metal. The strong will live and the weak will die. She chose you to hunt the beast, with my musket. She doesn't have to say a word about what she thinks of me.
The more I know Thickskin, the more I like her. Some would call her ruthless. Is she wrong?
This was referred to as a very
she's wrong.
colonial game.
We survive when we care for each other. There's honor in that.
It feels like it too.
If this
Wait, what?
keeps up, there won't be a wolf left in New England.
Oh,
It forced
it's over in colonial.
Dug up all the wolves.
And plucked them out.
Wait a minute.
Not
Raziel, is that you?
even the younglings survived.
Oh
What could have done this?
Vengeance. Vengeance incarnate. Whatever butchered the wolves spoke as one, with many voices.
Many spirits in borrowed flesh.
We are legion, for we are
Could it be
many.
a scourge?
Yes, a scourge.
Our name is Legion, for we are many, I would say.
Oh, looks like we found the beast. I think you're gonna need a bigger gun.
Let's make this quick.
Yeah, it's reviving them.
You're no.
Wait, what?
We were kidding about that whole Raziel thing.
That was a little closer than I would have liked.
That howl.
Skill point.
Like many souls screaming as one.
As I said, our name is Legion, for we are many.
Fancy that. A body. And there are teeth marks.
He's not letting me get in his way, is he? Why do I get the feeling that we're
She'll fight the spiritual parts while you're fighting the physical parts.
Careful. Don't just stand there.
And you have to deal with separate health bars for both. Or...
Well, you can, if you defeat the corporeal form, the spirits are... Yeah, it looks like
You're done.
Okay, it's not exactly two health approaches. But in the partner's case, it's more of time.
Yeah.
Now, use your rings to banish that thing. Here, I found something.
But we don't often get games where you're playing as a shaman or an exorcist.
Help will come.
No, it's pretty unique.
He blew the whistle and the wolves all came.
The Lord have mercy upon our souls.
The huntress has killed us. Rot in hell, thick-skinned newsmith! Rot in hell!
Okay.
Someone
I see we've got the leading ledge lichen.
Much use they were to this poor bugger.
If this Doolin fellow was meant to protect the missing group, I dread to think what became of them.
That's pretty.
This is Thickskin's doing. These people were defenseless.
I do like the use of lighting here.
Yeah, I really like it too. I was about to say.
I like how things change when you turn into the spirit.
Yeah, I like that too.
She left with her head, not her heart. I won't condemn her for that. Someone was here. Some time ago.
Take heart, the camp lies close northwest.
Maybe they're still out
We
there.
await
you there.
Maybe.
Karen. Or Kate N, maybe?
Yeah.
Half bond. Says here that Kate loved a woman named Deborah and let her die. Younger Newsmith has a low opinion of herself.
She'd have
Time to link
her
the
love
flame.
well hidden.
Yeah?
I was kidding, but it is a bonfire.
Well, you gotta have some place to rest and do your upgrading and everything.
And that's an interesting equipment setup. A sword and a torch.
You'll notice that the spirit is overseeing him as he sleeps.
This scourge is going
You don't have to sleep.
Are you ready
Oh,
for
hey.
the ritual?
No, but let's do it anyway.
Are you ready for the ritual? But no, let's do it anyway. Summon Scourge. Wait, hold on. to imitate one of Leonardo DiCaprio's famous memes at this point.
Are you ready for the ritual?
No.
First, I want to see what the ritual names were. Hearkening, Make Manifest, and Summon Scourge.
And each of them require resources.
Maybe you only had the resource for Summon Scourge. Is this going to be like a sick thing, or is this going to be a monster thing? Is this going to be a what thing?
Well,
Maybe
he is an
some-
exorcist, so this is a case of bait.
Those aren't Huthark, but they're clearly inspired by, and considering he's had a pretty thick Celtic accent,
Clearly we're making some...
Monk, they're appealing to us directly. It may not be Elder Futhark, but it's very, very clearly visually inspired by. Oh, he's drawing it. Oh.
We're gonna really summon.
Not even blowing the whistle that loud. He's making it look creepier than it needs to be.
Come out, wherever you are. Come on, show yourself.
Red.
It's behind me, isn't it?
Yes.
Of course it is. Every bloody time.
At least he's genre savvy. It's right behind me, isn't it? Yes, every bloody time.
One ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, cool design for the Scourge.
Too big to be a wolf.
It's a scourge.
You summoned it, though. Is it not obeying you? Is it just...
Well, he summoned it to...
We know all about the wolf whistles.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Yeah, summoned it to be bait, essentially.
Well, he's trying to discuss with it, but it doesn't want to talk apparently.
Doesn't really have lips.
Ooh. Okay, like in the combat. Ooh, and if she gets hit, her timer goes down. Yeah. Ooh, ooh.
Damage. To get exercised. Oh, you might have to do it at the end of each of these sections of the health.
Banishing the curse.
Yeah.
I'm liking the combat. I'm really liking the combat.
it too. Oh my god! Oh my god! What? Holy crap!
He's been getting his ass kicked. Oh,
I do like how swiftly he just got swept up. It wasn't like some grand scene of him getting grabbed and then whoop. It's like,
yeah.
It named its betrayer. Not thick-skin. Kate.
It spoke her name with just one voice.
Thick-skin and Kate both accused.
Those need to not be like littering about like that. Scares
Then it
us
were real.
humans.
This
Us
beast.
corporeal humans.
How did I miss you on my
Even when
travels
you're
through
good
the
ghosts.
Because it did not
See?
want
What
you.
the hell?
It wants your sister.
You gave them dog whistles. You sent them to die.
Those with metal would have reached camp, and I'd have used them too. Those who died won't need feeding.
The weak die that the strong may live.
You tricked them.
I tested them. This be the way of it. This be the way of the world.
We have a hidden watcher. The sister.
That's cool.
Kate? Show yourself.
What? You're unarmed! Get yourself back to camp! All these long years, I wish to be like you. To be as tough as you. If I was stalwart like my sister, I thought, I'd have saved her. I was just like you. Cold, selfish, afeard of my own heart. And the woman I loved died for it.
Everything I did so that you...
Smack!
I dare because I care.
What did the five fingers say to the face?
Look about you. You brought this curse upon yourselves. Falls to me to lift it.
That was a long
Maybe
ass
they're not
trailer.
ready. Broken hearts need time to heal.
If ever they heal.
Mumble all you want, I regret nothing. The curse
It's essentially
struck,
the
and
intro
I
to the
alone
whole
saw the
damn
danger.
game.
I acted.
And now it is I who must act.
I mean, at the very least, they're showing you a lot of it, so...
Mm-hmm.
It's something.
I know what I'm buying.
Demon. Sprite.
Wait, wait.
Holy fuck, I am getting this.
I banish you. Great tormentor. I banish you.
Well then.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. You can't fucking stop. Oh my god! Hold on. It says PC. I have to check something. Give me just a second. Store.
No, right there, Monk. PS5 just for you. Or,
Nope.
I mean, Zan. PS5 just for you.
Banishers Ghosts of New Eden for $60 on Steam. It also has a DLC called the Wanderer Set DLC, which I'm guessing is a pre-order bonus of some sort.
Probably. This is the closest I will get to a game version of Mononoke. Just in terms of, I remember some people dismissing this as saying it's trying to be a Scottish Witcher. Which I look at that as excessively smug. I can't think of that many games where you being an exorcist is at the core of it.
Right.
Hold on. I'm trying to check something real quick. Let's not go on quite yet. I'm trying to find his clan Tartan based on the art there. But is it Campbell? No, that's not Campbell. Might just be a Tartan made up for the game. It might be a Tartan from a clan that was too small to be recorded in history.
It would be amusing if it was the McDonald's.
Hey,
that's
my clan.
Not for that
That's my
reason.
clan.
Zan knows why I'm saying that. Also, I don't see Monarch in the thing on Metaspace.
Wait a minute.
Opera was getting the issues, so I loaded up. I'm loading it up in Brave.
All right.
See if it'll run a bit better there.
I don't think it's exactly this, but the design of that tartan is very close to the McDowell clan.
So I wasn't far off.
Very close. It's hard to find an exact match for this thing.
Especially since, Tricks of the Light, as we all learned from that fucking dress.
Tricks of the Light, and the fact that, again, it could be a tartan just uniquely designed for this game. But closest one I can find is McDowell. So if it is inspired by or an attempt to be the McDowell clan's tartan, we know that he is a lowland Scotsman and not from the Highlands. His name is Red.
Well, yeah, like all Scottish people back then. Duh.
Wait a minute. Separable statuette? You can actually pull the statues apart?
Nice.
So next was the launch trailer for Black Skylens.
Not associated with the Spyro property.
Yeah, this one.
Skylanders.
I grabbed this for one reason: airships.
Mm.
It's a twin stick shooter.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I played one of those. I think the last one I played was Hotline Miami. This is nothing like that.
Messenger moths.
I know it. I'm like, what?
What?
Yeah, what was that?
Fucking magic, apparently.
Yeah, it had to be. I mean, it's some kind of crazy stuff.
No, she just activated a magic Sendeta scan. I like the trailer music. Really nice.
Yeah.
Bombastic.
Yeah. I dig some of the designs of the baddies.
Why they always gotta make creepy bugs the bad guys?
Yeah, it's just because bugs are creepy, man.
Not all the bugs are bad guys. There was the messenger moth. Come on.
That's right. You completely missed that whole nod to bug kind.
And this is going to be on GOG.
Good. I love Steam as much as the next person because goddamn has it made itself an entrenched part of PC gaming. But if I can get anything on GOG, I will, because no DRM is nice.
Yeah. Black Skylens has been available on PC for a while, I believe, but it is making the move over to consoles now.
Okay, cool.
Which is why I put it in here.
Just having an issue. I'm not hearing the video very well. Like it's coming through very quiet on my speakers. The actual stream I listened to, it sounds just fine. So,
but
you might check your MetaStream remote extension.
Yeah, I have it. It's just not.
Or the volume level you have selected on the bar at the bottom.
Yeah, I turned it all the way up. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, next is Break Arts 3. which means we can combine two things I enjoy: racing and mecha.
IGPX, is that you?
Dude, I fucking love IGPX.
Senator. I like the senator. Give me the senator. This is better than Mass Builder Senator. Server it. Anyone who knows me knows that this is now already in my wish list.
I mean, I've not played a whole lot of mecha games, but Armored Core is kind of getting me interested, and this is like
so
Break Art Speedier and Weeby Armored Core.
Just so you know, Break Arts 2 is on Steam.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I see it.
the break arts has I've always best described it as mecha meets racing, and now we're adding even more customization and insanity. Good.
I love its customizing. Its editor is so good.
So, next is Crimson Desert, which is kind of a sister project to Black Desert. And within this, this was something that I think Zan and we've talked about this, but now we actually have a gameplay trailer proper.
Yeah, last time it was only like an announcement. I can't read Ongul, sorry.
And Black Burgers too.
Blew himself up!
Rigging isn't done this well in games very often, but the movement of these characters is fantastic.
I've seen some make comparisons between this and Dragon's Dogma. I think that's surface level.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Was that Grand Theft Horse Kart?
Rustler's already out, but that's been out for months. But just the whole, this is my carriage now, bitch.
Oregon Trail Mortal Kombat Edition. Yeah, I mean, even the things that are moving, I mean, the rigging is really well done in this game.
You can pet the dog! You can pet the cat!
You can pick up the cat.
Yeah, you could also pick up a goat earlier.
Oh.
Hot air balloon! What? Wait, what? What?
Wait,
Wait,
what?
hold on.
Wait, now we're going to the world between worlds. Some
No, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hot air balloon. What the fuck is that?
Well, there's lots of tech out there, like Zeppelins and stuff.
What the fuck is all of that?
And look at this. This is like world between worlds stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Monk, I remember that when we first saw this, we were like, kind of interesting. Now it's... wait! What?
Did you see all of that climbing in between trees and stuff? That was crazy. The rigging is silly in this game.
This is...
What's this one called?
Crimson Deserts. Which...
Are you kidding me? Look! Holy smokes.
Oh my god!
What is happening there?
That was an end.
I know, but what the heck?
Are we skydiving now?
Escalation from where it started. It's like, here's some nice.
We have gone in an entirely
now balloons.
15 different. Now a rotating tank.
It went from, this is a nice little game with medieval combat and some fantasy, to all of the fantasy all of the time!
Yes. Dragons.
Mecha! It even has mecha dragons! No, that was I'm going back to that dragon just to show you.
Yeah.
Look at the inside of the mouth.
Yeah.
Look at the inside of the mouth.
Yeah, it's pretty clearly man-made.
Mecha Ghidorah, is that you?
Wow.
But just throw in a Kamehameha somewhere to complete the insanity.
No, please. Monarch, they throw a giant beam spam in there. I think...
Look at what?
I told you what the shit was all this!
This is good. This is gonna be really good. Crimson Desert.
I don't expect to see this for quite a while.
What?
Can Can somebody tell me what fever dream I just watched?
I mean, that's what's intriguing me the most. They didn't give me a lot of substance when it came to the story, but they gave me a lot of intrigue, and so much intrigue that it tickled every little part of my brain that I don't even care about the story. Just give it to me.
Look, at the very least, it was like a build up to the insanity compared to when me and Monk went over Song of Swords.
So,
and it went from the very beginning of that trailer to the very end in an instant.
I expected some insanity because I've played Black Desert Online. Mm-hmm. I know the company's pedigree. I did not expect them to take inspiration from probably every fucking good fantasy game that has released in like the last couple years, and go, oh yeah, we got some Tears of the Kingdom. Here's some floating sky islands. We've got some Assassin's Creed. Here, you can climb trees and buildings. Oh yeah, you want some what's a good one? Skies of Arcadia. Here you go.
It was wild.
I feel like somebody looked at Assassin's Creed Valhalla, took a long swig of whatever beer they were drinking, and said, we can beat that.
And said, no, let's just have him jump off with the horse off a cliff, then jump off the horse, then have him transform into like some sort of spirit bird. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm. Monk. I'm Doku tonight. I have a bottle of whiskey in hand. Ooh.
I don't know about you, but I feel I need a cigarette after that. So, moving right along, next up we have the release date trailer for Dark Envoy. So another one I'm going in blind about.
Go for it.
The races have been here since way before humans came to John.
The Empire fights for what should have been granted to humans once they were recognized as equals.
The League has its flaws, but their actions can be justified to some extent.
It still feels like choosing between two sides of the same coin. Well, look after your sister. She's had your back all this time. Now it's your turn.
My sword just shifted.
Wait, so we have active dodges in a CRPG.
Is it alive?
I've never seen a creature like this.
It's on GOG.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has any reason not to buy it. It's on GOG. No DRM.
And we're dealing with the more Magitech approach fantasy, which is always going to get in my area of interest.
I love the fact that the sister of the duo is conjuring a magical icosahedron there. Roll a 20, bitch!
Now, this is something that's always bugged the hell out of me with how people approach quote-unquote generic fantasy. Why is it that everyone is so afraid of the concept of firearms?
Or Magitech. Like, the brother Malachi clearly has a Magitech prosthetic arm there.
Mm-hmm. But the time period that everybody's fantasy pastiche is supposed to be referencing, firearms were a thing. Why aren't they a thing in so many fantasy games?
Because everybody's fantasy pastiche tends to be taken from the Tolkien melting pot, as we love to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And, Tolkien didn't have guns, and a lot of his contemporaries that people mix in, they don't know that some of them had guns.
Even though there's I'm pretty sure that you have gunpowder use in siege weaponry in some of the movies. And
Yeah,
I think some
explosives
of the books as well. So, fuck me, I guess.
I mean, like I said, a lot of people don't think of Tolkien and his contemporaries as having gun tech in their fantasy.
This is the problem when you have only a few things that are the quote unquote standard. What the rules about what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. I very much doubt Tolkien would have said you can't have guns in Middle-earth, considering, he went through World War I.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure if somebody said you can't have guns in Middle-earth, he would have been like, shut up. Just like he did when somebody asked why the Eagles didn't take them to Mordor.
Though I do recall when somebody asked him about whether or not the Ring of the Nibelungen what served as inspiration, he had said, both rings are round and that's the extent of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, next we have Dragonhold.
I like the look of the Titan, or that first one they showed.
Oh, it's an MMO.
So we're dealing with an action.
Jackals with Kopeshes.
That kind of drains my interest. I'm not an MMO guy. Looks very good, though.
Is he attacking other players? Is this a PvP mode?
Looks like.
Panzer Dragoon, thank you.
No, it's not on rails enough to be Panzer Dragoon. I love that he took some of the equipment from the Jackals earlier. You can see he's wearing some Egyptianist equipment. So
it looks decent, but I need to see more.
It's intriguing, but that was not enough.
I will note I'm not going to instantly dismiss anything that lets me control dragons, especially if you can switch.
You're right.
But next, oh boy, it's time to break out the drugs, because some of you may remember a few years ago I talked about the glorious insanity of Fight Crab. Well, we're getting a sequel, and for those
Fight Crab 2 Electric Boogaloo.
For those who don't know, oh boy, you're in for something.
I do not.
Oh, have fun.
We're about to find out.
Time for a Technicolor drug trip.
What?
Did I not say time for a Technicolor drug trip?
What? They have swords?
That's cute. You think they stopped at just swords?
There was a long.
Oh, I'm waiting for a chainsaw. Oh, right there. The giant spinning buzzsaw blade.
With fire wheels.
So hold on.
I have no idea what to say.
Okay, I needed to read the end of that. Hold on, I'm gonna from the actual document. I'm gonna reopen that just so I can read the katakana at the end of it, because that is important to me. Okay, so the katakana. Kanishi Kani. Kani Shiken Kani. Literally, crab fight to the death with other crab, basically.
Got it. Yeah.
The original Fight Crab is available on Steam. It is unique.
This is more
weirder from
of
what
that.
you were saying earlier, but it does
This
look
is more
fun.
of that.
Mm-hmm. But next we have Gangs of Sherwood.
Robin of Locksley, is that you?
Yeah,
Wait.
are they really gonna try to make this into like, okay,
Hey guys,
let's take
my name is
Sherwood
Alfonso
Forest and
Zero.
make
I'm
it
the
into
game
this
designer for
Gang
Gangs of
Wars?
Sherwood.
I don't
Gang
know.
Wars. I mean,
Responsibility
come
is, the
on.
combat of Gangs of Sherwood.
Oh,
Our approach
Did you
when
not?
designing
Did you not
combat
see the
was to
flying
make the
castle
player
ships
feel like
in
he's
the
controlling a
art?
legendary folk hero.
no.
And to do that, we really wanted
Weird.
to make the combat really dynamic and really bombastic. So the combat feeling we
Oh,
wanted
really?
to create
Dynamic
is to create
and
a very
bombastic. Well,
expressive
you
and
got
dynamic
me.
combat system. The tools the player has to express themselves in combat are mainly the unique mechanics that each player
I see
has.
they are
The
using
main inspiration we took
Devil
from
May
our
Cry's
combat system
style
is the
meter as
legend
a
of,
placeholder
itself.
at this time.
We really wanted to crank up the fantasy of the Robin Hood characters to 11.
What characters
And
are
another
you talking
driving
about?
force
Maid
for
Marian,
the combat system is
Little
the
John,
action game genre. We
you
really
know,
wanted to make
whatever.
a very
Keep
bombastic
whatever that one
and
guy's name was.
epic-looking action game. Our main driving
the
mechanic to
sheriff
push the co-op in,
Nottingham.
our
What
product
are we
is to
doing?
make our
Like
characters
what? Why are
as unique as
we
possible,
can't think of anything
but
new?
through their uniqueness, it allows for specific synergies between each other. And it's the
I'm not gonna lie, I hope somewhere in this game is a
find those
singing rooster.
synergies and exploit them to get
That
the
would be
best
brilliant, to be honest.
to the enemy.
Look, Not in Nottingham,
Combo from almost
one of the
any
greatest
distance.
songs that Disney ever released.
Oh my god, no kid. Well, it was, you know,
Just so sad.
And, has the ability to charge
Roy
up his
Rogers did
attacks
that whole soundtrack.
to deal more damage, and also
Jeffrey of
is equipped
Nottingham.
with a large magnetic shield to protect his allies. So each character has a
Well, mostly I
total of
appreciate
different
this guy's
systems.
fingernails.
For example,
That's what I really
each character has
am
their own ability,
more
which
astounded
is
by
like
than
a
anything
signature move that's unique
that
to
we've
them.
seen so
We
far.
also
Well, you
have
know, that's a
things
neat
like
fire
Rebel
trick.
Instinct, which is like a super mode player character
Not sure
can
how
enter
somebody from
that
Robin
enhances
Hood's world
their
has something
combat
like
abilities
that.
for a
But
short time. So
Well,
the short
I mean,
system
I'll be right back. I
to
need more
truly
food.
express themselves with their character. For example,
Look, man, I've
with
seen
Robin,
anime
you can
give
equip
King
different
Arthur
charges to
tits.
change the effects
I'll run with
of
just
his
about
arrows,
anything at this
or
point.
with Little John, you can equip different
Yeah.
charges to
Little
change
John's the
exactly
knight
what
we've been
happens
watching, by the
when
way.
you time your punches correctly.
Yo, is that who that is?
How
Yep.
envisioned progression in the game was
I mean,
at the end of the
I don't.
level,
This
you would
kid
gain
who's
a
wearing
large,
the
sum of
Basquiat
gold.
shirt
And the more gold they
and
have
his
at the end of the
painted
mission, the more reputation
fingernails
they
and
need
his
to
really
gain.
cool
And the
hairdo
reputation determines
designed
what kind
this.
of new
So
items
that's pretty
become
neat.
available in the shop, while the gold they have is used to purchase those items.
I think.
I'm guessing the guy with the hammer is Friar Tuck.
Maybe that's what I was thinking, but that's what it's
and,
gotta
then,
be.
and then, of course, the girl with the whip sword has to be Maid Marian.
Correct. Yeah, because you know.
I could see this.
She was famous for her whip sword ability.
We have
from the
figured
originals.
it all out.
I don't know how to feel about this.
I don't want anything to do with it.
Looks okay.
I don't know how to feel about it. It's very much still very early in development because they're using the style meter that we saw is very clearly inspired by, or maybe even a placeholder used from Devil May Cry.
Right. So yeah, and they did nothing with our direction that's oohing me or awing me. It's all the standard blah. And the scenery was all pretty standard blah.
It looks fine.
Didn't look awful.
I don't think there's enough. Yeah, I don't think there's enough there to really
No.
say much for now, other than maybe I'll look into this when there's more info.
Yep.
If I
Maybe.
remember it exists.
It also looks
Yeah.
like it's best as a co-op game. You play with your friends in a squad.
Yeah. No.
We're I'm the OG Robin, and this is my squad, and we run these.
You know, and it
Nottingham.
this is what I'm getting. I'm getting some real corny vibes off of this stuff.
If I'm gonna say it right now, if Robin talks like a gangland thug, I will play this game because that would be fucking hilarious.
If it's going to be ridiculous and corny, just go all in on it. That's all I ask.
I want to point out the ridiculousness of getting on this for corniness when all of us can quote at least one line from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
That's probably true.
We're men in tights.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna go corny, go all in.
Yeah, thank you. That's exactly my point too. If you're gonna go corny, don't go half-assed, and this is half-assed corny.
That's why I said if Robin and the crew talks like gangland thugs, I'm going to play this.
But what's going to happen?
Fucking hilarious.
What's going to happen is that Robin Hood is going to be apologizing for everything for who he is as a person this whole time.
No, stop, Jeremy. I'm gonna stop you right there. Yeah. If you want that kind of talk, Razor Fist is that way.
Yeah, I got it.
No, we don't want to go for like New York street gangs. We want some Italian mafia.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
But
Robin Hood, you come to me on the day of his daughter's wedding.
But
pointing to one of the many merry men of Sherwood.
Yeah, but next up we have a proper release date trailer for Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which is something I've had in my back pocket for a while.
I know people talk bad about the Grand Blue Fantasy games for whatever reason. Fuck them.
The Grand Blue, some of the gacha ones, or am I mixing that up?
Grand Blue has gacha games, yes.
Yeah.
But
that's probably why I've avoided it. I just don't touch those.
Well, there's
been Versus.
Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is a fighting game based off of the Grand Blue Fantasy franchise. And Relink here looks to be an action RPG of sorts, if I remember correctly.
The astral realm is Lilith's home. One way back is to restore the forbidden.
Oh my god, that art!
We will utilize the power of the four primals.
Grand Blue Fantasy has always had fucking amazing art.
You can tell primal beasts were weapons created by astrals. Their powers are capable of untold destruction.
Primal beast. Is that what you call primeval gods?
I sense something, but I can't put a finger on what.
I want that.
No.
Feels like a kill for a glorified treasure hoard.
That light cannon on the arm. When did we get an Imperator Titan?
I beg your forgiveness.
But fate set in motion can't be stopped.
Deliver us from grief and sacrifice. Fulfill my salvation.
The Hobbit!
Lady, you don't need to get off that bad.
We've been through a lot together. Visited new islands, met new people. But you've always been there to protect me. I just wanted to say thank you.
The art direction is beautiful. I don't know if I'm into the game, but it's pretty.
Why?
What happened?
Look at the screen, Jeremy.
Release. Oh.
No.
Yeah, that's a long ways.
Well, not only that, but I'm double checking to make sure that I'm right here.
Oh, Pia. Oh, got it. I see what's wrong, Boob. Sorry.
I'm not right. I'm not.
You're
right.
not. Oh, good.
It's also on Steam.
Yay! There you go.
So now,
Oh
it is
yeah,
just
very
the date.
bottom of the screen it shows.
Yeah, I can't see.
Oh,
it
yeah,
because of
yeah,
the
yeah.
videos. There we go.
Right.
Yeah, it's partially blocked out by the volume
Yeah,
bar.
I mean it's pretty. I'm not sure I'm super into the game part of it.
Oh,
I am, but I'm someone who plays a lot of action RPGs, a lot of action games in general.
Yeah.
Character action RPGs, action adventure, basically anything action. And the art style is fantastic. I already know Grand Blue Fantasy's music is superb. The voice acting tends to be really good, though I'll probably turn it to Japanese just because I am that type of weeb. Just like I did with Tales of Arise, just like I've done with fucking Armored Core. I've not played Armored Core in English.
That's how I've been playing it. It's not bad.
Oh no, the English voice actors for Armored Core are great. I just changed it to Japanese because that's what I want.
Yeah, with English subtitles, I'm good.
Well, yeah, they display everything everybody says in text in the game, so we're good to go there.
So next is Grime 2, and the original Grime we covered quite a while ago, so it's nice to see that it's getting a follow up.
Yeah, we covered it on a shit show, and then it came out, and it turned out to be a pretty great game. Now we have Grime 2, Electric Boogaloo, or would it be Grimy Boogaloo? I think it'd be Grimy Boogaloo. Looks like I see your my prognosis is you have a face made of hands. Tasty.
And our protagonist is pretty handy.
Gotta give him a hand for it, though. You know, you could say that's one way of having a grasp on combat. Razors. My prognosis for that guy, he has a face made of swords. Grime. Like I said, Grime 2, Grimier Boogaloo.
There's a lot that can be said about Grime, but I guarantee you're not going to confuse it with anything else.
No, certainly not.
Grime 1 was really good, so I'm looking
made
forward.
that entire trailer without one hand job joke.
Though, in a roundabout way, it reminds me of Wayne Barlow's depiction of hell. If any of you haven't seen that, look it up. It's not the depiction you would expect to see.
Punk already knows I've seen it.
But next we have Gunbrella.
Oh boy. And like how fucked up the music is.
This one didn't go through. I hate when they don't go through.
Okay.
Cronenberg, is that you?
When did we go into Cronenberg world?
I don't know, but it's 7 days away. And there's a demo available right now. Let me go look at this bullshit.
I was just about to say, is Devolver Digital involved in this somehow? And then I saw the logo of the company that publishes with them or develops for them often. I'm like, oh yeah, they probably are. Doinks off, that was it.
Blink. Gunbrella, you can even pre-order it right now for $15.
Mm-hmm.
And JM from Devolver Digital's currently playing it, so...
Yep, sounds right.
Sounds about right with Devolver.
Yep. So next we have a little something that Flutter had brought up earlier in the week, and I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up here, and that is Hellboy: Web of Weird.
I'm back with popcorn.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Coops.
So, what are we dealing with here?
4 psychic spikes measured at over 180 BPUs. Italy, Russia, Scotland, and the US. Your job is to find Roberts and investigate possible links between this location and the spikes before they cause any further repercussions.
That's a fun word. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna be sore. Definitely not Kansas. Good night.
The further you travel the
Art style
world,
here.
closer you will come to that which corrupts us all.
A good show on them to try and replicate Julia's style.
I said stay down! And we're done! Ow! That's all for you! Hey! Oh, come on! That hurt!
Yeah, it is doing the roguelite loop. I do know that much. And instead of Ron Perlman, this was one of the last roles that Lance Reddick did before he passed.
R.I.P.
But next we have Hexen Hunters. No relation with that Hexen. That's still under the thumb of Activision.
Mm-hmm. Looks pretty intact for the Gate of Hell already being open.
It turns out Hell wasn't all that bad.
Oh God, Zan, we're in Germany.
Yes, we are. I'm surprised you didn't catch that the first time around. Franziska and Magnus.
Are we doing base building?
Are we doing Darkest Dungeon version base building? So we have a witch, a paladin, an alchemist, and I don't know, what would you call Guts there?
Landsknecht?
I think that's a good name for him. I also think that whoever is making this game knows what they're doing, calling him Guts. Who'd we lose?
We lost Jeremy.
Oh, well, that's okay. We were glad to have him while he was here. We were glad to have him while he was here. He apparently had to head out.
All right.
Thank you for coming in, Jeremy.
So next is some actual gameplay footage regarding Homeworld 3.
Carrier operational and launching.
This is War Games. Fighting here is just like what you'll find in the real world, except each loss becomes a lesson for your next deployment.
We're hit. Carrier down.
But you don't have to fight alone.
Combat mission set.
Protect each other.
We need cover. Moving to guard. We're on our way. Copy on redirect.
Secure the objectives.
Target set. We're inbound. Push through. Give our people an opening. Sweep around.
Move complete.
Win as a united fleet.
Hostile eliminated.
Each victory will grant you experience points to unlock artifacts and available starting fleets. New powers mean new paths to victory.
Upgrade complete.
Ships will become stronger, even a little unique.
Threat detected. Let's move.
Fail a mission, and your fleet restarts at square one.
So a roguelike RTS.
Carrier down.
But you can't rely on just one strategy.
Torpedo frigate deploying.
Start the run. Roll in. Let's move.
Threat marked. Targeting to AG.
You see? Just had to change your approach.
Action successful. Power to engine.
The enemy is cunning and will adapt to overwhelm you.
Hold steady. I'm coming around. Direct hit. We will lock. Light them up. Keep them guessing. I'm locked down. Taking fire.
Learn. Adapt.
Good shot.
Leverage all your experience to achieve victory. This is where commanders are made.
February 2024. Oh my god.
I will always appreciate more of Homeworld. This is an interesting move to do a mix of Homeworld style RTS and roguelike with co-op.
I think it's a good move. Homeworld has been, barring a couple of titles, much the same. And that's not a bad thing. They stuck to their roots in what made Homeworld good. But mixing it up just enough. It's not like they're changing the formula entirely. They're adding an element of a different game type to what you know and love about Homeworld in order to make something interesting.
And
in
all fairness, this sort of co-op you couldn't get away with in, say, StarCraft. Because with something like Homeworld, your mothership is the crux of your army, no matter what.
Absolutely.
And you're gonna have a similar thing with the carriers in this, or the big ass crawlers back in Deserts of Karak, which is pretty good. It's just shy of great.
Yeah. And that one's also one that's going to be a little different for most Homeworld fans.
Yeah, especially since, well, it's a prequel.
Yep.
But
good shit though.
Next we have a follow-up to Hyperlight Drifter in, well, Hyperlight Breaker.
Hey everybody, some news from us at Heart Machine. So we need just a bit more time on Hyperlight Breaker before we launch into early access. This means we'll be pushing our date to early next year in 2024. We have worked incredibly hard to get here. The game has come such a long way in such a short amount of time. We've built an expansive, complex, and rock-solid foundation, executing on the absurd idea of a new open world for every run. This, as you can imagine, takes time and effort not only to develop, but to continue to iterate, test, and make sure it's consistent.
Procedurally
we have a lot of
generated
wild
open
ideas we
world?
want to put into the game, which is exciting and thrilling since the format and tech
That's
we've created allows so
a
much
tall
possibility.
order.
This short push will give us the best chance for a stronger first step into open development in early access next year. Thank you so much for your understanding, for your patience, and for being part of our incredible community.
I get the feeling that even though they're saying open world, it's not going to be a big-ass open world, but more of a smaller scale.
Yeah, and it's likely going to be modular procedural generation. That's usually the way you do something this large.
Mm-hmm.
As expected, we'll keep dropping regular updates until release.
But
so
I get
please
more of
stick
a
with us and
Risk
stay
of
tuned.
Rain vibe.
Yeah.
So next we have the first time something Dragon Quest related has showed up in this series. And welcome back, Coops. This being for Infinity Strash Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. I still have not seen the Adventure of Dai anime. I'm just putting that out there right now.
The legendary Dragon Quest manga and anime is coming.
That was on my
on
list to
Series
watch,
S
but
and
everything
X,
else kept taking
Windows,
priority over
Nintendo
it, and I
Switch,
kinda
Steam,
forgot
and
about it.
PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 as an exhilarating new action RPG in Infinity Strash Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. Take charge of Dai and the disciples of Avar, Hop, Nam, and Hyunko in their battle against the Dark Lord Hadlar and his monstrous army. Hadlar's ghastly army will take all your cunning and skill to overcome. The Dark Army consists of 6 legions full of gruesome beasts, led by their powerful commanders that will not be easily defeated. React in the moment with real-time combat where you can switch between characters as the battle intensifies. Each character has their own set of unique skills to help collectively defeat your enemies. Knives and swords, devastating magic, the power to heal, and dark aura skills. Everything you need to crush your adversary. The game delivers the full Sovereign Rock Castle arc narrative from the anime.
What?
Covering up to episode 41, where you'll experience all the excitement of the story we created with dynamic and explosive playable battles. Collect and equip accessories known as Bond Memories to boost your chances of defeating the Dark Army. These are awesome because not only do they level up the stats of the character they are equipped to, they also unlock scenes from the original manga. If you're having a hard time progressing through the story or just want to become even stronger, you can take on the Temple of Recollection. Here, you can earn rewards to level up the spells and skills of your party members, as well as strengthen bond memories. The temple is a repeatable dungeon that changes every time you play through it.
Bloody palace.
The further you progress, the harder it gets. You'll have to decide whether to exit the temple with your earnings and your life, or risk it all for the promise of something even greater. You will need all the power and strength to delve deeper into the tougher end of the story, so use your earnings from the Temple of Recollection to level up and customize your team. Once you've completed the story, Challenge Mode is unlocked. Here, you will find unique, supercharged quests that offer even greater challenges not seen in the main game.
Well, it wouldn't be this kind of game if we didn't have extra bosses.
Yep.
You can collect all of Dai's memories in the game's scrapbook, unlocking different pieces while playing through the story. And to complete the book, you will also need to clear the full Temple of Recollection. Whether you love action RPGs, Dragon Quest, anime, or all of the above, the adventure starts here, in your quest to become a true hero in Infinity Strash, Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai.
Hang on, let me back it up a little bit. Okay, it is going to be on Steam.
Yep.
So, some of you may remember about a year ago we covered Lost Eidolons, which was very much doing a dark fantasy take on Fire Emblem. Well, it's getting its own little spin-off in the form of Veil of the Witch. And only on Steam so far.
Not surprising.
This seems like a lighter take on what they had done, what Lost Eidolons was.
Yeah, it seems a little more streamlined.
So, now for one of the big ones. Some of you may recall that I've talked quite a bit about a project called Lost Soul Aside, which, for the longest time, was a one-man operation. We've had little clips here and there. There was an RTX trailer last month, but at China Joy 2023, we managed to get full gameplay.
Yep.
第一次对外的试玩版本。
对，现在应该相对于2018年的版本有了翻天覆地的变化。
好，特别好。
We're probably not going to go through all of it, but just enough.
现在我们的团队的数量，您能跟大家透露一下？
我们团队已经超过40人。
Trying to see if it. No, they don't offer it.
2018年的时候应该是。
No, sorry, no subs.
2018年应该10个人左右。
Yep.
明白。
Believe me, I looked around.
I do like that little thing floating around him. Looks
5
cool.
年的时间，团队的规模扩大了，同时游戏有一个
Probably a
翻天覆地
dragon,
的一个
knowing
变化，
China.
所以大家对于这款游戏还是期待一下我们具体的介绍内容。
好的，然后这个其实是我们的游戏
Kinda
偏
looks like a
中前期
dragon
的一个
too,
关卡，然后里边有了之前我们的视频都是偏战斗的嘛，其实我们也有很多关于场景探索呀，包括在场景里面可以有一些可破坏的、可收集的一些道具，然后在玩家除了战斗之外，它也有一些角色养成的部分。当然，这次 demo 里我们这方面能展现的一些内容有限。对，比如说这个桥其实，去前面的路也不止这一条，也对面的这个桥其实我发现现场试玩的朋友们大部分都是从对面的那条桥过去的。
明白。
Is there no jump?
咱们这个失落之魂现在的这个
there is.
现在咱们想，比如说达到一个什么样的一个标准？就是以一个开发团队的角度来看。
标准
就是比如说我们想达到的一个类似。
And we've got a style meter, so it looks like he's deciding to triple down on character action as if that wasn't the case already.
流畅点，因为实际上动作游戏它还是对玩家能做输入，然后有一个能及时的反馈，这个是非常重要的一个东西。对这个，我们所有的整个的优化的调整的方向啊，包括我们的系统设计的一些东西，其实都是希望玩家能在这方面有一个不错的体验。
明白明白。
It's looking like we have a stagger system as well.
I also see that there's a way to use your style. Shows an R2 button over the style gauge when you have
and
certain things filled up.
Oh, it's not degrading, so I can't really call it a style meter.
Well, no, I don't think that the style ranking remains. It looks like when you get to certain levels, it gives you charges, and then you can use those charges for something. I can't read Chinese, so I don't know what it's used for.
这个作为一些主题，对，包括其实我们场景里面也存在，虽然我们现在是整个的方向是以线性的剧情推进为基础，然后但是我们也看到可以有一些这种探索，它可以到一些玩家探索到的区域获得一些道具。 对这个，然后当然也是利用到我们
Looks like they need to
主角他有一些高的
refine a little bit on the
想给玩家传达到的一些东西。
On the movement, looks a little stilted.
Yeah, and we also have a dash gauge.
其实虽然看了我们好像是有一些
Stamina gauge or whatever.
多的 combo 比较多的连招。
Yeah, you see, he has to rebuild the
复杂操作，他基本上
the level and again, and he's been using the R2s for something.
I think that's for some. I don't think it's R2. I think it's L2.
Well, no, you see it says R2 right there above the style meter. He uses it and something happens and the charges for it go down. See, right there.
Yeah.
It went down and did that stuff. I think L2 would use a different. Yeah, L2 is just they're on cooldowns. That's all. It's not using the charges that's around the style gauge, which he had to start over, as you see.
Yep. But this will be very interesting when the true stylers get a hold of it.
I can only imagine what's going to happen.
Especially if Meduki gets a hold of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that Meduki would get a hold of it too.
They're gonna make it fucking beautiful now.
对，但是它相对来说可能会更针对单体的一些感觉。
S rank.
包括我们还有一些这个完美的闪避，然后让玩家
3 orbs. That's because they've been using them in combat.
释放更华丽的攻击，这些都是我们希望玩家他在不增加他的操作的负担的基础上能。
Kind of wonder if there's a special for if you have all 6 charges filled.
您继续推进，等会儿咱们如果看到杨斌没打好，就给他鼓掌啊。
实际上，其实我们团队里面很多开发的小伙伴，他打的都比我好。对。接下来这个就是我们这次 demo 里面要面对的第一个 BOSS。
好，咱们仔细的观察一下，杨老师的操作啊，杨斌老师的操作。
It is very clear that there's a lot of wuxia elements in this, but due to this would be considered Xuanhuang if you're looking at the genres. It's got a combination of wuxia and xianxie with a lot of Western elements too.
有点超人系的主角，包括他的这个对手。 都是有各种各样的能力，然后它可以上天入地，玩家不会拘束于一个普通人的能力范围之内。
The main character has no voice.
我感觉这种幻想类的风格是一个在漫画里，在这个。
I wonder if they have it edited out just for the demonstration to keep the voice actor a surprise.
我个人也比较喜欢最终幻想啊，还有鬼泣忍龙这种。
The designer definitely loves his particle effects.
And his
Jesus
Christ. Jesus Christ. Virgil, was that you? Again, Virgil, was that you?
开发这种幻想风格的开发团队也不是很多。目前呢是咱们的这个制作组应该 发布时间应该是比较靠前的啊。
包括这个 BOSS 也是我们在
seeing what looks like a level on
中国团队
the
其实对于一
boss
线
health.
的这个
Yeah, level 7.
有一个比较对情有独钟的追求，所以我们这个 BOSS 也是它的是很多万家
I do remember the designer citing FF15 as an inspiration.
明白明白。
That's
我个人觉
crazy.
得，只要是中国团队开发的作品，
Oh, he's at
That explains why main protag
我
looks like
们
Noctis.
对这个幻想世界啊，或者是我们对于这个故事切片的这个理解，
Man.
很多不经意的地方都能展现出我们这个。
Capcom got ready to sue somebody over this.
Remember, you can't copyright mechanics.
You can, however, copyright Judgment Cut.
当然，玩家也看我们并不是说要非常。
Although I would, I think,
动作玩家当然是我们的。
I think,
但是我们也希望广大的一些玩家的。
What does that square X by his life gauge mean?
I think that's supposed to be some sort of finisher.
Oh, might be.
性的调整，我们其实也做了非常多，让更多的玩家能享受到这个游戏乐趣。
太好了，太好了。
End of battle.
我感觉这次的这个战斗表现力还是非常足的。
我们整个游戏其实从始至终都是在塑造一个这样的气质。
好，这。
And not a single quick time event in sight.
我作为旁观者，观赏性也很强。
But I think that's far enough when it comes to just getting the vibe for Lost Soul aside. But next up we have Menace. Overhyped student. You see it?
Yes.
I guess this cockpit is grossly incandescent.
Heh.
Alright, we're referencing aliens in a war zone.
You're dead. Oh no. No, Monk, no.
So, I guess we're dealing
with... It didn't really
tell
tell us much.
Well, this was an announcement. I'm guessing we're going to be dealing with an RTS.
I'm guessing we're going to be dealing with XCOM.
Yeah, with how they were just kind of stopping and shooting like that, I'm feeling XCOM more, but we'll see for sure next trailer, I guess.
Well, hopefully there's not as much bullshit as XCOM.
That's why I'm not so happy.
But next, from the people who brought us Samurai Bringer, we have Metal Bringer.
Okay, I speak a little bit of Moon Runes, but not this much, goddammit.
Just trying to pierce his way to the heavens, I guess.
What is this?
I don't know, but I love it.
Like, it started out with just a few ridiculous weapons, and then we go into full-on centaur vehicles, and then mechs.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Sounds. Yeah.
So next is new Arc line. I feel like we did cover this a few months ago.
I don't think we covered it in detail though. I think that was just an announcement trailer.
Yeah. Well, and although this is also an announcement.
New Arc, a place where all your dreams will come true. A place of triumph, of progress and technology. A society that has achieved so much. Unconditional respect for human rights. Lavish leisure and cultural pursuits. Rapidly growing economy. With unique business opportunities. Enjoy everything New Arc has to offer. But I've learned one thing. If you don't draw first, you don't get to draw at all.
Ugh.
And spider babies have evolved.
Pretty good as far as Magitech tonight.
This world was built on lies. I will show you its true face.
You don't have a face, you liar.
Okay, time for the Steam or not check.
I say it's steampunk. At least parts of it are, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And next is Nightingale.
Also, you said Steam or not check? Yes, it is on Steam.
Alright.
And so too, Nightingale. Awaken your first portal. And
I do remember us covering this a few months ago.
Boundless, beyond the measurable.
Which we were kind of iffy about it at first.
Sequestered.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot.
This is a weird little fucking zombie dragon whatever based thing.
Wilt thou be a survivor?
I don't even know what to call it.
I remember us seeing the base building and thinking this was impressive. Holy shit. You want fantasy art?
Regardless of which portal variety you
This is how you get fantasy arc.
Realm cards will be necessary.
And the hammer.
Yep.
I'll say overall, I like the monster design.
Yeah, the art direction in this game is fucking fantastic. It's very
fly. Let my words steer your steps.
I'm not sure what I think about the rest of it.
It's better than it was the first time, but this feels like it's more for the Arc crowd than for somebody like me.
Yeah. It's also on Steam.
Mm-hmm. So
we've covered RoboQuest before.
Yep. This is just an update.
This is a release update. We saw it, and, and I even compared it originally to Drunken Robot Pornography.
Yep.
Which is a 3D bullet hell game.
Oh, we've got glasses.
See, I found I don't really like just bullet hells, but when you mix that with other genres, it works for me.
So, Drunken Robot Pornography mixes bullet hell with parkour. You're constantly jetting around the arena to get out of the fucking way, or you're dying. Period. And it's all on top of buildings and skyscrapers and shit, so you're constantly parkouring. I bought Drunken Robot Pornography on a whim, and I did not regret the purchase.
It's already in early access and fall 2023. Why call it a release announcement if you're not going to give us a release date?
Let me check actually. RoboQuest. So $20 on Steam for early access. And they say that the release for 1.0.0 is somewhere around Q3 of 2023, which is right now, basically.
And another one that Flutter brought to my attention, although it's something we were familiar with already, and that is RoboCop Rogue City. Yep. This is being done by the same team that did Terminator Resistance, which was much better than anyone expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Attacks were aimed at catching the attention of a man whose identity remains.
Detroit has a cancer, and that cancer is crime.
A new crime wave sweeping Detroit has already claimed the lives of 21 police officers.
Detroit being a shithole, this is my surprise face.
Must be a day that ends in Y.
My name is Dr. Olivia Blanche. I'm a police psychologist. I specialize in dealing with police officers suffering from emotional trauma.
What's hiding in that metal head of yours?
I think we can both agree that you are no ordinary police officer.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Those trigger-happy maniacs have a ton of hostages.
Drop it, scum.
Anyone expecting a silver freak? Contact!
Lewis, you're here.
We need to get these elevators back online.
It's RoboCop!
It's that service box, isn't it?
I am detecting a short circuit.
And of course it's Ed 209 showing up in this, and of course it stumbles around on stairs.
Yep.
Some things never change.
OCP tracking device torn out. I am going to follow the blood trail.
However, one aspect of your composition that has been severely neglected is your human side, your brain.
We must smash that thing!
I've heard people refer to you by different names.
Okay there, Murphy?
Fire at will!
I'm curious to hear which one you prefer.
My name is...
Interesting.
And from RoboCop, we go to RoboDunk.
I've always liked the mixing of bizarre weapons and typical sports.
It's Battle Basket. That's all it is.
Yep.
Wait, what? A roguelike mode and an upgrade system?
Yeah.
This is Battle Baskets on steroids.
It's like
roguelike basketball with missiles, okay.
Not just missiles, but jumping literally to the stratosphere to dunk.
And of course, there's plenty of DNA from NBA Jam.
Of course.
If they find a way to put a Bill Clinton robot in this.
It's the 25th. It comes out the 25th of this
I'd play it.
month.
Yep. So
I'd fucking play it.
Next we have Songs of Silence.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
In this realm, light and darkness stand divided. Two sides of the same coin. We have existed in parallel. A fragile peace. But now, both worlds are under threat.
A card-based RTS.
Our choices define us. Am I really worthy
Interesting.
to lead? I don't know why this grand old city fell, but if we pull together, we can rebuild it as our safe haven. True heroes emerge through triumphs and setbacks.
Oh, hey.
Look who's come begging for mercy.
A card-based...
A card-based
4X.
HOM-like.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if it's not using the hexes, this has so much DNA of Heroes of Might and Magic.
Yep.
Just without the overpowered genies. No, I'm not letting that go.
Oh, don't worry, Monk. There'll be some way to abuse whatever magic system in this game, like every Heroes of Might and Magic. We saw it in Songs of Conquest. Wait, is Songs of Silence from the same people?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I can't afford to show
a lot of
any
games with the word
weakness
song
now.
in them these days that are HOM-likes.
Chains and silence.
Or wait.
We'll write the song
Let me
of our
rephrase that.
destiny. And our song
If I had a
will
nickel for every
shatter
time there was
the
a HOM-like
silence.
with the name Songs in its title, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Oh, they already ran their closed beta.
Yep. So next was the first thing that I came across during Sage, which, if it weren't for the fact that it would have gotten a little bit repetitive, Sage could be its own shit show. It just misses the mark. But I do highly recommend to look at anything that comes out of Sage.
Please do.
And the last project, Sonic and the Fallen Star, is really fucking good. And now they're back with Sonic and the Moon Facility.
Yup. Mission failed. We'll get them the next time, boys.
I don't think we've seen square shields before.
We have not. Nope. Might be intentional, though. Remember, so long as you have 1 ring, you are alive.
It's definitely promising.
Indeed.
Now next,
Absolutely delicious.
Zan has already played through Sonic Frontiers. I intend to, but next is covering the Final Horizon update because of what it's adding.
Sonic Frontiers is so good.
I completed that shit.
Yeah, I have 100% of the achievements.
Big Supreme!
Go, Supersonic, go!
Blue eyes? Ruined forever!
Let's see, new story, new playable characters, and new challenges. Yeah, it wasn't much, but...
My only concern is that I hope the playable characters aren't limited to like the cyberspace levels or anything like that.
That would be a little sad.
So next we have Soul Frame. This was the big thing coming out of TennoCon that I wanted to cover. The other Warframe 1999 is nice, but doesn't quite fit us.
Odin reign, this beast we claim.
Now, from what I've been told, this is all pre-alpha gameplay.
Yes.
Dreams, their meaning like a river, curving beyond sight. Yes, that is a good title.
This feels very Irish.
I mean, kinda?
Though, since it's Digital Extremes, I'm prepared to eat crow on that.
Sinecure, mercenaries of the sign not above. If there exists a soulless creature, one need only look
You'll notice
skyward.
that thing with the twisting cogs as ears on the side of its head is spewing like tar into this river. I'm just gonna chuck my sword at you and kill you.
What swords were made for? Throwing.
Obviously. Best throwing weapon in the world, right?
I mean, next to other people, but it's close. It's a very close second.
Give me a hand, would you? You see? Oh, by Sans Dios. We waited to get that out for days. Oh. You were looking for that monstered up stag, I bet.
That's an interesting design.
Oh, nothing really. Just how it lives
That
in this
ugly as hell.
Security glade hidden by ancient magic.
How to find said secrecy glade and disenchant said ancient magic.
Gesundheit.
Few drakes and I'm an open scroll. Okay, big legs. I get it. Your problem is from the ground, the glade's all puckered up. You need the right totem to tickle it open. Lucky for you, I've got one stashed down in Durmac. Simple as you going down there and fetching it.
Can you please stop staring at me?
Might be you use this. One of those talky ode things. On the patch. My treat.
Sprout folk live headless for years. In my treatise, Capricious Crops, I surmise their thoughts.
Oh, that's a nice looking tent.
Well, if the pensives had any sense, they'd have published it.
So this is like kind of like our Lisette, isn't it? This is the Nightfold, and it's on the Silvern Sea, which is the lake of our ancestors.
They're comparing this to your
as
ship
we play
in
the game
Warframe.
adventure through the Isle of Midrath, we will find the souls of our legendary ancestors and bring them here and build a village.
More easily than your ship.
So we'll just real quickly talk about over the UI a bit, Joey, and then I'll shut up for the rest.
Well, like he said, as you find more souls in the game, you'll be able to see more things.
We are making.
It's also a place where you do
more of a role-playing game
customization.
This time. So it is based on the three virtues of courage, spirit, and grace. And these will be your way of customizing your envoy to your liking and your play style. And then beyond that would be your pact. So if you go to the pact, which is not that, but that's fine. Oh yeah, let's show off some of the different looks. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, lots of cool armors that you'll get. Yeah.
If they're doubling down on this being a RPG, then calling this fantasy Warframe would be.
Joey's flexing his account on me right now.
Oh, surface level.
Wait, hold on. Hold
in
on.
Soul.
Hold on. The name of the character.
Hey yo! Hey yo!
Rum Guzzler, Clan Kinara. But now they're about to talk about the Pact. So
Rather than changing your warframe, you are going to just change. Every game needs a magic arm, I assume. So that's what we have here. And you'll be changing your pact, which is with the omen beasts that are in the lands that you find yourself in. And we're probably going to do the Ode Tempest for this one. Yes, thank you. And then lastly, a big important part of the game is awakening your connection to ancestors. The Ode, which are the gods from the sky, have cast a spell song on the people of Alka and taken away their memories and their culture and their history, and it's up to us to remind them. So we have to seek out our ancestors, and they become, in essence, the ways we customize our skills. So you can see, for example, Orlick, who has his baby on his shoulder that he talks to. I don't know if it's a real baby or not. Is great at Arcanic, and so we can equip that. But anyway, let's continue in the demo and watch a little bit of co-op action.
Co-op action.
There'll be a little procedural dungeon here.
Lord Synod, the great stag will be yours come moonrise. You may send your collector.
The Durmak Undercity.
Oh yeah, I should say.
Ben
that
Yotar,
different
Erling the Mad, and
souls,
Witcho
every,
Marin.
Location in the game has kind of these wandering souls, and they constitute, I guess you could say, like a fourth spell slot. So we'll see how that works in a moment.
Remember, teamwork is essential. It gives the enemy more things to shoot at.
Yep.
A relic of pre-Odin wars. The Fire King, Fenjodar, built this place, the Undercity of Dermak. The
Open
old
door.
chaps, sharp as ever.
Keep watch. The silent
I do wonder what the benefit to the timing when it comes to throwing your weapon is.
Accuracy, I think.
Yeah, probably. Saphalin and a treatise.
Yep. Now it's time to do stealth kills. Now again, because this is pre-alpha gameplay, if you think animations are a little weird or stilted, chances are they haven't been refined yet.
Synod's collector is dispatched. Scour every yard of that tomb and prepare for him a tribute. His histories must burn, or more gruels will come.
Now we got a proper fight. And a skill point.
Intense here!
You all saw that she got the Predator's shoulder plasma blaster, right?
Yep.
Oi! Leggy!
Sun's ass.
The sun does not have an
Research.
ass.
The cats are everywhere, huh? I was gonna show you the vault, but I'm good here.
just up ahead. And
I'm not gonna lie, I hate this
you
thing.
can't miss it.
Asmongold did too.
Was it right?
I just want it to go away and never come back.
Pretty sure he's a part of this specific world.
Can you just
There's an
not go to this world?
That waterfalls
I don't know.
signify abundance. Dead, and still my bladder haunts.
Waterfalls dignify abundance. Oh, it's also a reference to my bladder. Okay, old man, shut up. What the hell is that? I don't know, but it's hurting me. Come on! Two more treatises. Wonder what's special about those.
Probably a trading material.
Or an upgrade material. That's not a trap at all. That's a hand.
Good. Now, let your familiar be our guide. I
Is that bird
suppose
whispering?
in a way, you are.
What is this bird doing?
Do you feel that, envoy? The air falls heavy here. A disruption in the lay. Old Jotar wanders near.
My mortars raise.
And now you are upgraded. To a fire sword!
And another little notch on the UI.
Synod will
Yeah.
have me sky wheel.
It's
to distribute
counting down how
lightning.
much fire
Find the
fire
glow and send them back to the
enchantment you
files
have.
of Ka.
Remember, folks, gravity will not be denied its ritual sacrifice.
Yeah. Watch this though. I love the fact that Ben Jotar is in the sword.
Alka quivers in anger. The old take too much.
To feel the flames of Mora true, her arms entwined in sapphire blue. But I cannot.
I guess you lost that benefit.
You only have it for that section, yeah.
Fascinating. The soul severed, separate, anew. Now to find the aforementioned secret glade. Yes, I know it's not a real word.
Orlick is a bit funny.
I'm trying to decipher that UI at the bottom.
Life, mana, and well, it's your three virtues, first of all. Courage, spirit, and grace. But I'm guessing it's life, mana, and probably some sort of stamina system.
Jesus, he got tossed.
Yep. You summon your dire wolf and it killed him. can't just pet the dog, you can ride it. And it is a good boy. The fuck is that thing?
It's the didgeridoos.
Wait, hold on. I hear it in the ringing, Monk. Ba 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 ba.
The collector has landed. Make your preparations.
I wonder if you could just go challenge the collector and possibly die horribly.
Probably.
Galloping doggo! Oh hey, it's another one of those heads spewing sludge. But there's a spirit of some sort.
Okay, we're breaking out the ocarina as well.
Yeah, this is something Aswin Gold actually skipped over when I watched his video on this, that I think is rather important. Because there's a girl and there's a baby stag.
Well, I don't need to tell you the importance of stags in mythos.
Celtic culture and mythos in general, yes, but especially if there's Celtic inspiration, yes. The Dagda is here. Destroy that thing. Can we destroy that thing? I want to break those things. Like, give me an option to break these sludge spewing bastard fucks.
And another skill point.
The totem reveals. Here, envoy. Here.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, spirograms.
The fabled glades of Underin. But where are the voicing trees? The shimmering pictics? Have the old engines made it even here?
Ow. Ooh. Lost quite a bit of whatever that outer ring around the spirit is.
That might be your primary help.
Might be. Coup de grace. Apparently they call you the Gruel for whatever reason. And you can fight without the sword. You just beat them in the face with your magic arm. Seize thing.
was like, why didn't you stab him in the back? That's why.
Yep. Explode the thing.
Ambush?
He is history's envoy, a mythical stag, the omen beast of the Dentwit people. Alca's children, all.
You know, I do think there's such a thing as maybe having your gameplay trailer a little too long.
This isn't a trailer.
It isn't a trailer.
Some
Oh, it's
way
actual
of
gameplay?
aligning the symbolic herd?
Oh.
See you any magics that
This
might
was
offer
streamed
a
at
clue.
TennoCon.
Huh?
Oh, it's one of these kind of puzzles.
You have foreseen what lies beyond. We might need to stay here to document these invaluable histories.
Orlick saying, I'm not going to go into combat with you. Fuck that. Yeah, this whole thing was a gameplay demonstration at TennoCon. And here's the lady who said she claimed the stag in the name of the Odin.
And it's impaled.
You're soon to be one of us. Just as you were, traitor.
It gets sucked into the slag.
You seek a pact with these wretched beasts? Fine. Let your fates be intertwined.
Now, this part is where you can really see that there's some yeah, like right there. The hitboxes are off because it's pre-alpha gameplay.
No child sleeps cold but for the old.
That is a weird looking lance.
The old fire in every heart. Stay.
I mean, it looks like it fucking hurt if that poked you.
It looks like she stuck a rook from chess on the end of a stick.
Yeah, I can't unsee that.
You're welcome. Whiffed. How'd you whiff your magic? Yeah, you can see that the hitboxes are kind of weird at times. But like I said, pre-alpha, so...
Of history needs to return. Famine? War? The old have banished kings.
Dead or last hit.
What are you doing?
You brought her to your spirit space, and there's the statue that you raised with the ocarina earlier. The little girl that was at the river. Also, the music is kicking up. Also, you notice her eyes aren't white anymore?
Evil grasp of I.
Now this is the part where Asmongold said that the music was too obvious, that it wasn't mysterious enough.
What the hell was... that makes no sense.
No, listen to the music. He said that it lost the sense of mysterious mysticism because of the obviousness of what the meaning of this entire process was. I'm like, it's not just meant to be mysterious mysticism, it's also supposed to be an epic. The reason you're collecting histories is to make sure they are not lost. You're building a literal and living epic. But I really like the fact that I don't think you could have won this battle if you did not do that part at the river.
I get the feeling that because he skipped over that part, he didn't quite get the setup. So he wasn't able to grasp the payoff.
He saw it, and he just didn't connect it to it. And that's fine. This isn't it. This may not be a game for Asmund. He has acknowledged that.
But this is definitely one for us.
Oh God, yes. Especially with that music. I mean, oh my God, that music. The evolution from that little ditty you get at the river into the actual battle theme for the spirit beat you're fighting. Even gets its own lyrics, talking about how waters feed the trees.
Which makes me wonder if that's going to be a repeat occurrence with bosses, with subsequent bosses.
I hope so. It makes thematic sense. Now you'll notice that the arm that they were using fades away to the base arm.
Yep.
Guessing now you have a new weapon. Mystical eyes. And of course, as implied from the Spirit Lake, this Lady Diora was the little girl that met this stag when he was but a fawn.
I am damned. Eternal. Karen. Thank you.
You. I do not know you. You look like the Clegs who skinned my lovers, who brined my rivers, who smeared their metal bowels on every wind. Can it be you are an envoy the Empress spoke of? Yes? Yes. I am Garen Rood, Stag of the Anduin Glades, Omen Ward of the Dendred Herds. Envoy, I offer you the grace of my crown.
A new arm.
And
with a new
armor.
sword. That fucking sword looks like it would hurt.
Yeah.
And I think you know why we had to play the whole fucking thing. That sort of context is fucking necessary.
It definitely is, and I feel like Digital Extremes wanted to go ham with Soulframe because this is the first time in quite a while that they've done anything fantasy related. Maybe in their whole history, because obviously there's been Warframe, which is sci-fi fantasy, though straddling the line. Before that was Dark Sector, which was very much science fiction. And they were responsible tangentially with Unreal, but they've mostly been a sci-fi company when it comes to their output.
Yeah,
and
I think here we have we have fantasy with some tech, so Magitech yet again. Because it's clear that those engines pouring sludge and grossness in are powered by the magics that they're stripping from the worlds.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping an eye on Soulframe, especially since I'm curious how they're going to handle this being a straight up RPG as opposed to the mission-based affair that Warframe is.
So based on the pre-alpha stuff we have now, I can excuse some of the jank in the combat.
Mm-hmm.
Based on this stuff solely alone, I will be getting it.
Yeah, I could certainly see that. So next is the full version, early access for Space Wreck.
Fun.
Captain, you are not special. Nobody can do everything.
Cute.
Use your skills to work around your weakness. I know it's a lot to ask. Forgotten and abandoned, this cosmic wasteland of derelict stations and destroyed ships is dangerous. But you must find the fuel chip, and do whatever you can to get it.
It's very clear that this is channeling Fallout 1. It is definitely channeling Fallout 1.
Everyone's counting on you.
Well, if you like the original Fallout, you'll probably end up liking Space Wreck. Based on what I'm seeing here.
Yep.
So next up we have Stormgate.
Stormgate is a spiritual successor to classic real-time strategy games like Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2. Stormgate will feature highly asymmetric armies fighting for control of Earth's future. Today we have an early look at our second faction, the Infernal Host. Infernals live and die by the code of victory at any cost. They have a powerful advantage, Shroud, fields of dark magic that strengthen their armies. The lowliest infernal units are the worker imps. You might think they're cute, but don't get too close. Between these powerful lumbering brutes and the fiends that they unleash, infernals will sacrifice everything, including themselves, to emerge victorious. On the music front, the Chainsmokers are advising us on our soundtrack. We're working with composers like Frank Klepacki of Command & Conquer. We'll share more later this year, including some of the friends we brought in to lend their voices to our co-op campaign.
All must serve.
I know that was brief, but I wanted to show that in just to demonstrate that in the coming months we are going to be eating good as RTS fans.
I am excited because I wish we would see an RTS renaissance.
I mean, and you may recall that a few years ago there was one project that I backed and I interviewed the developers for that I was really hopeful for, but they ended up backing out of that was Amber.
Yep,
and
I remember.
This definitely has that cartoonish approach that we do have with Warcraft and Starcraft, and if anything, it feels like a middle ground between the two.
Yeah.
But we'll probably get some more gameplay footage down the road. Next, Sword of Convalara.
イリアが生き残るためには言ってたりとも間違いは許されん。
その上だ。よそ者たちからイリアを取り戻す計画もできている。
誰かが手を汚さねばならないのが光が与えてくださった使命だと思います。
More tactics RPGs?
We're getting this, and people are still bitching about not having anything like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Once again, I point people at if they want a Final Fantasy Tactics-esque game that is specifically from Square Enix, because that's usually the bitch I hear after I point out all the indie options. I then point at Triangle Strategy.
暗闇の中で明かりを一つ、火種を一つ灯すことができたら、それで十分なのです。 基地の名誉にかけてここに宣誓いたします。
どんな時もどんな絶望的な相手と対峙しても
最後まで皆さんと共に戦います。それがあなたの選択なのです。
悪くない選択だ。
一つ一つが大事な選択です。
すでに選んだようですね。
いわゆる
the word Sentaku.
Let's hope the choices actually matter, unlike a certain bunch of idiots up in Edmonton.
The word Sentaku does mean choice, and it's a very heavy word when it comes to Japanese.
信仰とはいつか結果に出会うため、霧の中を手探りで進み続ける。そういうものだと私は信じています。
Wait.
And what?
I'm looking up something regarding Sword of Convallaria. Because it said register. It is on Steam though.
Yep.
So get you some Sword of Convallaria, people.
Now
I know I will be.
I'm only going to show a little bit of this, but Tempest Rising is another case and this is, as the title shows, basically Command & Conquer in all but name. I'm not jumping in that.
Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
We'll do this Imperial Army style. I'm the commissar, you get in the hole.
have you found?
It's old. It looks like stone, but it isn't. It's too perfectly coarse, like it wanted to be this shape. I think it was built for the Tempest, or maybe the other way around.
Is there a way in?
Well, it appears to be laid out like a ziggurat.
Show me.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes. Yes, follow me.
Hey, inform the boy. We'll want to know about this.
No, I don't think so.
Well, that one isn't, but that clip is weird.
It's just a straight clip in an angled magazine well. Uh-oh.
Send the data, now!
Uh-oh.
Thanks for the memories.
Commander, good of you to join us. Gotta say, your file was a pretty impressive read.
He'll be fine. Just walk that off.
Directly to me.
Cutscene not final will be synced up better in full release.
Intelligence has a situation brewing in
But having these kind of cutscenes, yeah, this
in Iceland. We have routine Tempest
well, this was
all over the grid.
this was made by a bunch of Command and Conquer fans, so
your head is full of
I want you to do a
stupid.
sweep of the area and flush out any Dynasty forces you might find. Remind them that the GDF isn't to be trifled with. I'll link your
Alternatively,
to the battle network.
I will go to the one place that hasn't been tainted by capitalism. Please.
Glad to hear it. Stand by while I patch you through, and good luck. I put my neck on the block to get you this position. Don't let me down. Let's see what you can do, Commander.
So I got a bead work in the morning. I think this is where I'm tapping out.
All right, Monarch. Thanks for stopping by.
I'll see you next time I can make one of these.
We usually don't start them this late. This is just how the scheduling crumbled.
Yeah.
But I basically will have to go immediately to bed after we're done with this. I accounted for that today.
But yeah, it's clear. The Command and Conquer is strong in this thing.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Commander?
Oh, did you get turned into a command squad? Well, that guy's dead.
And now he's very dead.
Mm-hmm.
Engaging enemy!
I'm guessing the ASDFG, that's going to be stances.
Looks like A would be targeted, S would be stop, D is a defensive. I'm not sure about F or G.
We
Now they're
we definitely have a resource system.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're dead.
Got it.
All right, gentlemen, I'm heading to the shadow run for the night.
All right, man. Stay frosty.
Peace out.
Latest.
And then there were two.
No, they retweeted quick.
We can scout what's our controls. See if there's a better way in.
That's a base.
No problem.
Oof.
Primary objective accomplished.
Oof.
Yep.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Commander? Operator. Drone op reporting. Style control.
Riot medic, ready to roll. Let's get to work.
Give me a second. Spinning her up.
He lost a few of his infantry, but you know, I think the recruits that they got in that last drop have more than made up for it. Love the fact that he has a riot medic.
Got it.
Money.
No problem. We're off. Commander, we're under fire here. Need an assist. Taking aim. Roger that.
Pathfinding for the formation is pretty tight.
It is. I like it.
Up we go.
And
They got themselves more new recruits.
this is
Secondary objective accomplished.
Thanks for the help, Commander. Standing by for orders.
Oh, hey, you can topple trees on your pathfinding. Oh, these guys are hella dead.
Commander, TDF forces collect intel as a resource. Intel is used to authorize limited countermeasures such as unit abilities and support powers.
Oh, did he lose his medic? No, there's the medic. I see it. The guy carrying the shield.
Scout car's alternate fire mode exchanges firepower for marking rounds, generating intel when marked targets are destroyed.
Really?
Roger that. Up we go. Spinning her up. No problem. Commander? All right. Commander? Up we go. Commander, you see those barrels by that power plant?
Nah.
Give me a second.
I love that the medic is shooting a heal gun.
Acknowledged. Got it. Roger that. What about backup? We're off. Acknowledged. Spinning her up.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Someone ordered backup. Construction vehicles standing by, Commander. Let's build up that base.
Got it all packed up.
Ah, good old base building.
Yep.
Roger that.
Primary objective accomplished. Constructing.
No problem.
So we've got build and we have doctrines.
Construction complete. New construction options.
And they're going to lose their scout cars.
Airstrike ready. Let's pick a location, Commander.
Oh, right on time.
Unit lost.
Stand by for Artie.
Constructing. Secondary objective accomplished.
They need to start pumping out units and shit soon.
Yes, roger that.
Construction complete.
Give me a second.
New construction options. Unit lost. Constructing.
Well, speaking of need of more units,
Well, yeah.
We're off.
Construction complete.
Taking aim.
I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good idea at all.
and yet it worked.
He's building more infantry units now.
Unit lost.
Got it. Drone up.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, roger that.
Unit ready.
Gonna lose his sappers.
Unit ready.
Yeah, it's a Alpha Beta's play is a little bit more aggressive than how I would have done it.
I would respond at least one more medic. Get you some double healing going, and that's about it. And if there was a way to build the repair equivalent for a for the there you go, victory.
I think that's as far as I'm going to show when it comes to Tempest Rising.
Yeah, that's about all we need.
But it's still promising enough to say, yeah, we're eating good. And I know some people say this just looks like a Command and Conquer ripoff. EA's not going to be making any Command and Conquer anytime soon after they got publicly embarrassed trying to hoist that mobile game on everyone. So if we get something that's CNC in all but name, I say we take it.
Hell yeah.
But next is something that should be in beta by now. Is something that I have been singing the praises of for quite a while now, ever since we talked about its Kickstarter, and that is actually that's not there yet. But before that is the first Descendant.
Yep. We've seen this before.
Yeah, I remember we were iffy about it.
Well, we saw a different trailer last time.
Descendant.
The Descendants are risking their lives for us, for Albion. Rise, my
This is a different trailer. Hopefully they show us more gameplay this time. But it doesn't look like it.
It's the Ironheart! This could wipe out all of the Vulgus,
Well,
right? That's so cool!
They certainly know their audience, considering all the women.
Great place. Despite their efforts, humanity is still at risk of extinction.
DNA cells.
And you are the only chance we have.
Okay, that was cool. Not gonna lie. I don't care if this is just demonstrative and not actually in-game. That was cool. But if it's also in-game, that's even better. We knew about the grappling hook stuff from the chase on the previous trailer. That's ugly.
A grave walker.
Oh. 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 I'm kind of getting this almost seems to be cross-play open beta. Steam, PS, Xbox, Steam. Cross-play.
That's a bold strategy.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's one we don't see a whole lot, and I think the reason we don't see it often is because of logistics.
So, okay, that I knew I was getting that vibe from it. It's a looter shooter a la Destiny. There's solo and co-op missions. And it's a 4-player team. On Steam. What? Similar to games you've played. Elden Ring, Monster Hunter Rise. Neither of those are looter shooters. I will acknowledge both have multiplayer elements.
What the fuck?
What? Steam, you're on crack.
Go home, Steam, you're drunk.
But to read from the Steam page on about this game, The First Descendant is a free third-person cooperative action RPG shooter featuring high-quality graphics and a really cool art style. I don't think we would care if the graphics were lesser than they are with that fucking art style. Experience the fun of strategic boss fights through 4-player co-op and various unique characters, exciting gunplay, and looting. A variety of equipment is necessary for growth, and you can obtain them through clearing scenario missions within the game or in the world missions where cooperation is crucial and there are battles with huge bosses. The player becomes a descendant in the game and is given a mission to fight against the invaders for the survival of humans and to protect the Ingress continent. The player can experience a spectacular story by growing stronger through various missions and stories to finally discover the Descendant's secret. You can also feel the First Descendant's unique atmosphere through high-quality fields developed with Unreal Engine 5 and gain a new experience of reality and SF fantasy coexisting in one place. This is a free game, Monk. This is going to be a free game. And I am registering my interest to be part of the crossplay beta right now because holy shit.
Yeah.
This trailer was definitely more revealing than the first one we saw, which was more of like an announcement or a teaser. Where we saw a lot of cinematics with a few in-game things. This had a more balanced spread between cinematic and in-game in-engines type stuff.
I'd still like to see them do 10 minutes of gameplay footage, but this will do for now.
Yeah.
We'll probably end up getting that in a month.
Well, I think we'll probably be getting it earlier because I'll be playing the beta.
But
I'll let you know how it is.
Yeah, next up, as I was hinting at earlier, is something I've been hyping up for a while, The Last Faith.
And there's, of course, a demo.
Yep. And anybody who wants a who wants a hankering for Metroidvania that's even darker than normal Metroidvania, well, now you got it.
Well, now you've got another one because you know Blasphemous 2 also came out recently.
Mm-hmm.
So the choice is between Gothic horror and the Spanish Inquisition. You choose your poison.
And now with next, this was a little bit earlier on, but in terms of when it came out, but I had half jokingly said about a month ago that Diablo 4 is a great advertisement for other ARPGs. And then this drops.
Of mortals, bound by fate's golden strands.
It's the Morai. Install the audio to that.
Had other plans.
Yeah, there was a disconnect and reconnect for a second.
Okay, give me a second to refresh Metastream.
Yeah, I see it. I see that that you got kicked off.
Yup.
And there you are.
It said Tell of Sparta was where I was kicked off.
Yeah, it's at 121.
Okay, I see that. That's not a Centurion.
Their ambition angered the goddess.
Which one, though?
Yes.
And winged retribution showed them no mercy. Staining their strands with darkness.
Okay, I've got to say one thing before we go much further. The Moirai do not like other gods fucking with the threads of fate. Whoever this winged retribution... oops, what'd you do there, Monk?
I paused.
It
but don't
skipped
cut
on
it
to
short.
Bolvarian.
Not where I'm sitting it.
Okay, I'll refresh and rejoin. Okay, that was weird. I don't know why it skipped it on my end, but not yours. But the Moirai do not like the strings of fate being fucked with. Whoever this goddess is that's taking some sort of retribution on Sparta, and changing the threads of fate themselves, she's very lucky that the Moirai do not come out and beat her to death. Because they'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
So yeah, Titan Quest 2. Who saw that coming?
Wish list now.
And like I said, there's not exactly a shortage of choice when it comes to ARPG, which is why when Diablo 4 was announced, I was so unimpressed.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and this was before any of the bullshit that happened when the game came out. I distinctly remember saying at the time that it was going to be stepping into a crowded market with a lot of very high quality ARPGs.
Mm-hmm.
And if it did not meet the minimum of that same quality that had been set by its competitors, then it was going to fail. I know some people will say that it got a shitload of money on its initial thing, and a lot of people were watching. How many are watching or playing now?
True.
I mean, Upper Echelon's review of Diablo 4 was basically him saying, just play Path of Exile.
Yep.
So, next is the little thing that Zan and I won't shut up about because this is very, very fascinating. We got some more gameplay footage for Vivarion.
Yes. Bavarian once again looking pretty awesome. It looks kind of like a simplified action gameplay, like of character action, but not exceptionally simple. I'd put this right now at the complexity of, say, Hyrule Warriors? Because Hyrule Warriors, I have to say it, out of all of the Musou series, the Hyrule Warriors games, both the original and Age of Calamity, have probably some of the more in-depth Musou series gameplay.
I do remember the designer for Vivarion specifically stating that he wanted the combat system for the game to feel like a sword fight in an anime.
Yeah.
I would say it's accomplished that. I remember early on making some allusions to For Honor. I think one thing that I'm probably going to like, but some people probably aren't, is the fact that movement could appear floaty. But I feel like that's by design, much in the way that movement in Halo can be floaty. In fact, Bungie had a name for it, the dance.
Yep. The purple-haired cat girl here is probably going to be a lot of people's favorite characters, because it must be cold wherever she is.
I'm also reminded of Red Earth for some reason.
Eh.
So here's another one that is something I've been talking up for quite a while, and since it finally has a release date, it's one more reason to talk about it. Wandering Sword.
Yep.
Which feels like if you had the designers of Octopath Traveler make a wuxia.
Which I'm not going to complain about. Although I think the comparison to Octopath Traveler is only because it's using HD 2.5D.
Pretty much.
By the way, side note, because I know we're now talking about favorite games here. Just as a semi-side note, I told Harpsiboard that you can never get all 45 characters in Chrono Cross at once. She says, as a completionist, that makes me hurt.
That's what New Game Plus is for.
That launches in exactly 8 days.
So next is Realms of Ruin for Age of Sigmar, and I do find it funny how Age of Sigmar has kind of redeemed itself a little bit. Like, had a really rough start, but ever since the Battle Scrolls came out for it, things have started to get better.
Mm-hmm.
I do not recognize these markings. They are old.
Perhaps this is one of the great cities of the Age of Myth.
This is no Temple of Sigmar.
So we're going to be playing as Sigmarines.
Yeah.
Hammers of Sigmar! No relent! No mercy!
We must fight on!
Okay,
the
we're doing.
banner cannot fall!
I guess we're doing a Sigmar
Warriors of
RTS.
Sigmar, stand with me!
Looks like it.
Obtaining this power may end up being the reason we were sent here in the first place. If we can claim it, we can cleanse the Oryx and save our cannabis.
What's ours stays ours.
Nothing gonna stop us now.
For some reason, I'm getting Dawn of War flashbacks.
Kind of. I can see it. I don't want to make that sort of comparison too big.
I am making it in the broad sense, but I am glad that something like this is coming around because... Sorry. The only other Age of Sigmar game was Underworlds, and I felt that it was only a matter of time before this game got an RTS instead of trying to... Instead of something turn-based that's going to trying to mimic the... or mimic in a third degree the war game.
Mm.
We do not fear death! Fight on! The dead must rise!
So the four factions are Sigma, Heralds of Sigmar, Orcs, the the Undead, and Chaos. They're just Chaos.
As far as the Undead, well, such is the power of Nagash.
Yep.
Have you ever...
And... Let's see, next up we have Warstride Challenges. This one I'm going in somewhat blind, but it was suggested to me.
Ever felt like everyone was using
From Focus Entertainment, which Focus tends to do...
That no matter how hard you tried, you always missed that one jump when everybody else was crouch sliding around like ice skaters. What if I told you that the 360 no-scope wasn't a myth? That with my simple tips, you'll be top fragging in no time. Worry no more. I got just what you need. In Warstride Challenges, you take on a series of trials with one burning objective. Race to the finish line as fast as possible. To succeed, you'll have to memorize your deadly arsenal as you blast your way through tracks filled with demon spawns and maneuver around lethal traps.
Interesting.
Sharpen your skills to dominate the battlefield. Crouch slide to gain momentum, use your abilities strategically, and activate slow motion to headshot your way to victory without sacrificing precious clock time. Gain map knowledge and optimize your path. Die and retry until each level is second nature. Feel the satisfaction that comes with sheer mastery and flex with that gold medal. You can start...
I feel like this is a natural evolution of the CQC training that we saw in Modern Warfare 2 and the Ranger training we saw in Titanfall 2.
This is an evolution of those plus one other thing, Monk.
What?
The speedrunners of Doom Eternal.
With our provided assistance tools, and work your way up to become a true master. Whether you're a seasoned FPS player or a newcomer to the genre, Warstride Challenges has everything you need to learn and enjoy. challenge your friends in real time or asynchronous multiplayer. Keep track of your progress as you compete with the top of the ladder. Hungry for more? Infinite challenges await you with a built-in map creator.
Oh,
and thousands
shit.
of custom
Oh,
clones
shit.
already designed by the community.
Oh
Aim for the
no!
head and shoot for the stars. Get those medals and never doubt your skills.
Brace
again.
for bullshit.
Become a better version of yourself with War Stride challenges.
Notice you have to kill certain things to get certain other things to appear.
Yeah,
So you
I
can't
think this
just
has been
skip
on
killing.
I think this has been on early access for a bit, and now it's heading to 1.0.
It's out today
Mm-hmm.
on Steam.
It did say that the level editor is Steam exclusive, but I'm not surprised about that. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's workshop tied.
Probably.
But next we have East 10 Nordics, which is going to involve Adol in a boat, which I don't know why that decision was made, because you know what happens anytime he's on a boat or a ship.
No. It's just Nihon Falcon being Nihon Falcon.
ここからが勝負だね。
So we're getting ship combat from this, and we still haven't gotten anything from Skull and Bones.
Eh! And then if you ran, you get to go into party battle.
Yep.
Boarding actions. Traditional Chinese and Korean versions on sale on September 28th.
So,
Hoyoverse special participation video in Gamescom. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Zone 0.
I remember watching Asvin's coverage of this and pointing out immediately why everybody's going to love it.
Interesting, but since it's Hoyoverse, I'm going to approach with caution.
Yeah.
And the final one is one that's currently on Kickstarter and was made by a lot of RTS veterans. They want to do RTS with a branching path story.
Ambitious. I like it.
Interesting. There's more detail on the Kickstarter page itself, and they have fully. I think they are fully funded.
Not surprising, especially if it's full of a bunch of veterans.
Mm-hmm. That being said, I think this is as good a demonstration as any that those making the no good games complaint, especially anytime a AAA fucks up, you have no excuse. You're just a dog sitting on a nail.
Yep. It's also a good demonstration that some beloved genres come and go in cycles. We're seeing a lot of RTS popping up all of a sudden.
Now, if you still want to insist that the RTS genre is dead because we're not getting another Warcraft or Starcraft anytime soon, then get your head checked.
Yeah, get your head out of your ass. Warcraft and Starcraft are not the be-all, end-all, and only of RTS.
Yeah, you've seen this. You've seen this just as much as I have. This idea of because the big names that they grew up with aren't doing anything, that means the whole genre is dead.
Yep. Besides, why would you want it from a big name that is fallen so far from grace like Blizzard?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the same game and it wouldn't be fun. You know, they'd put in some shitty monetization like they have with every game they've made in the past 7 years.
We have found out why Reforged was such a disaster.
Yeah, they didn't pay it any attention, didn't think it would make any money, so they just cut the funding to nothing.
Cut the funding to next to nothing, and didn't give them any time, despite the fact that they put in so much in the way of promises.
Yep.
And
I pity anyone out there who didn't have their original Warcraft 3 CDs either.
I wouldn't be surprised if those end up fetching a very pretty penny these days. I also wouldn't be surprised if there's cracked versions of Warcraft 3 just because of this.
I mean, there have been cracked versions of Warcraft 3 since it came out. But now there's probably so many cracks Blizzard can't whack-a-mole them just to make sure that the Reforged bullshit doesn't fuck up a person's day.
Mm-hmm. And it's for that reason that it's all the more important to look for alternatives instead of doing this. The whole genre sucks. The whole genre sucks, is dead, or that performative jadedness and cynicism we've talked about.
Yep, performative cynics can suck my left nut.
Mm-hmm. But that is going to do it for this one. I realize this ended up going much later than usual. We
started much later than usual.
Yeah, that was a double booking issue. I guarantee the next time I do one of these things, that's not going to happen.
Well, the next time you're going to do it is next month because the Tokyo Game Show's at the end of September.
Fuck.
Shit shows galore till the end of the year, Monk.
What, we got something else in November?
I'm pretty sure the Game Awards are sometime near the end of the year.
I'll play it by ear.
You know they're going to have enough for each of them. They had enough for each of them last year, too.
I know, but let me lie to myself this once.
What is it? There's a. Here we go. Which wizard rule is this, Monk? Lying is treason to oneself. Or willfully denying the truth is treason to oneself, I should say.
I know, but let me dream, damn it.
I'll let you dream, don't worry. I can't stop you from dreaming.
Yeah.
Unless I were talking in your ear while you were sleeping, but that's different. And kind of creepy. Not my style.
I'm not a fan of ASMR.
To each their own.
But with that said, that's going to do it for us for this particular thing. Zan and I will be back to our shenanigans this Friday, but Monarch and I will be doing our continued look through Valhalla and we're gonna have to power through it. I can guarantee you this: if I were to put it in my grading system, it would be a void.
That's what Monarch was actually saying yesterday.
But we're not going to leave it half finished, so we're just going to have to power. We're just going to power through it. Monarch seems to have really bad luck when it comes to where the wheel lands for Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did good with Song of Swords. Gateway sucked. Midgard is better, and Valhalla started off nice, but once the mechanics started coming in, it felt like somebody's homebrewed AD&D 2E campaign.
Oof.
And I don't say that in the kind way.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm sick of people acting like TSR era D&D was magically better than everything ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress. So we will see you next time. But until then, on behalf of the good brothers present and not present, my name is Mildra. I am your gaming monk. Stay fucking frosty, everybody.